it's wonderful.
Well, I don't know. I think my brain is breaking. Since I've turned like 30, I'm like, I'm just gonna do the thing I like, even if it's awful.
Oh,
Like,
that's not.
There's
No, no,
nothing wrong
you
with
didn't.
that.
I was gonna
no,
say
no,
it's not that your brain
I
is
feel like
breaking.
I'm
You ran out of shits to give.
Yes.
There are no
Yes.
more shits to give,
Yes.
and it's wonderful.
I think it's really well, they talk
Look at my field of fucks. It is barren.
despair.
Exactly. And
Like,
I'll tell you something. I hit the age of 30, and there were so many things that used to bother me that all of a sudden just didn't. And at the age of 35, it gets even better because even the things I was caring about that would just say, this is kind of important. This is something I really need to go and fix with this person, blah, blah, blah. I literally got to the point that I don't have to send paragraph long responses to anybody. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that I didn't do this and this and this and this, even though
They
you
can
told me
hear
this and this and
us.
this and this. It's just saying, oh,
learn lessons.
Too late.
Absolutely. Ready to transition
But-
over, Daniel?
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta finish what I was thinking. I'm
Oh,
gonna
right.
tell you
Yeah.
guys. I
Yes,
think I
tell
have a
us.
theory, but Daniel might have just disproven some of it. Or I don't know, maybe Daniel, you can confer with me. I believe people, when they start coming out more openly about something, whether it's queer people or like, for me, it's probably like me stop giving a fuck about my work worrying about me. That's really what has happened. And also, I got divorced. The divorce.
how free
Not giving-
do you feel in these
I
moments?
feel like I'm hitting like a second teenager mode, like puberty
Oh,
again.
how amazing! Women in their 30s too. It's called the dirty 30s. If you didn't know that, your sexuality is at its peak, and it will be until you hit 40, which
And
is
then
pretty
again-
much the reason why we have cougars.
And then again, when menopause hits.
And then when menopause hits, you become a freaky freak, which is the reason why there's so many STDs in resting homes, and that's not a joke.
Fuck yeah! I hope
Scientifically
I
proven
am-
facts.
I almost aspire to get an STD in nursing home.
That's the goal right there. You're not
Oh,
living if
oh God.
you don't have a few
Oh,
of
God.
Yeah,
them.
fuck us.
I
Like
think-
you're
Oh,
literally
shit.
like, oh wait, condoms? They do other things other than stop babies?
Pretty
Huh.
much.
That's what a lot of people
Pretty-
think. Like,
pretty
I'm
much.
like,
Hmm.
do you know why
Although,
gay
like,
people,
no joke.
gay guys use condoms?
As a horrific whore of a man that I am, I use protection with absolutely every one of my partners, which is probably the reason why I don't have little kindred walking around talking about daddy. Gonna get my
You
shit
have like
snipped.
a bunch of bastards.
But exactly,
Daddy.
one day I'm literally gonna walk into a building and they're all gonna be waiting. They're talking about,
I-
are you my dad?
I was
It's like,
just are you my daddy?
Yeah, exactly. Are you my father? Just like,
You
Nope.
my daddy.
nope.
I'm
Figure
glad
out
you
the
got the
I'll be right back.
reference. Oh.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, we're not starting right now.
No.
By the
Go-
way,
go-
before we start, are we gonna invite Miguel in or not? Like, I'm waiting for you guys to call on that.
We are technically live.
Oh,
Oh
are we
my.
live?
Technically,
Oh
yes.
shit! Are they like
You
seeing
gotta
us?
call
now?
it.
No, they can still hear us. We said that they could still hear us.
Oh my god, they've been hearing the whole time. I'm so sorry, everybody. Forgive us
This made it better.
forgive
This
me
is
for
a quality
outing,
content.
for outing myself. Forgive me for outing myself as a whore.
Remember,
Let's go and cut to the video. Cut to the video. Cut to the video.
Best intro ever.
transitioning.
Oh, good gosh. I just
shoot.
admitted to all of our viewers that
I'm not
I
talking
am a
until Emily says I can talk. How much
That's
you guys
fair.
don't know? I'm not talking.
That's fair.
Sorry.
I mean, I think it's probably for the
I
best.
did say that they could hear us
I thought you
multiple
turned it
times.
back off.
I
But
tr-
then you said you were turning it off. You
I
literally
didn't
said
hear-
that.
I did not hear you say that at all.
And then we were like, don't turn it off, but you never confirmed you were gonna turn it off.
Oh,
Maybe I'll just say we can
but
hear
you know
you
what?
guys.
I mean, it's not like if that we said anything incriminating. I mean, for the fact is that no one knows that I have bodies hidden underneath the apartment.
Playing some stuff, you can still hear us apparently.
Yes,
They can
yes.
sit.
The
Oh.
audio is still on.
So, I'm gonna say this because I thought about it, and I'm gonna lose it if I don't say it.
Say it.
Because this is definitely not getting to you on Sunday. I found this.
It's my.
What's there?
I love it. It's a pumpkin spice candle, guys, and I
Yes.
love those. And you have to collect them around like fall because they don't sell them year round.
Yes,
So Mal
like,
imports them
I-
for me.
I do. I do. I like find them and I buy a bunch of them when they come out. in
Only
the fall.
smell the manners.
And I
guys.
hoard them and give them to Leo for their birthday.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's amazing.
that actually is pretty great. Just get
Miguel,
like a whole box of just like random.
Yes.
You're not allowed to be mean to me for being basic.
Miguel says
I
pumpkin
don't care.
spice.
We already talked about this. We're hitting
I
second
love
puberty.
I have pumpkin.
Pumpkin
I do
spice.
pumpkin spice
Yeah.
coffee. I do pumpkin spice fucking. I put pumpkin spice in my apple pie. I put fucking pumpkin spice in shit.
Daniel, you're the
I-
opposite of a basic white girl, so I'm glad you validate.
I do
You're
feel
a
that
brown,
validation. I'm a brown.
White
I'm
man. You're brown eclectic.
I'm a brown
man.
eclectic man. Yes, Sam.
We are live. The video
Oh.
is
Oh yes.
Oh, and welcome,
Our
welcome
best intro
everyone
ever.
to.
I hope you guys have enjoyed us talking through our entire title sequence.
Welcome everyone
Not talking to you.
to Legion, and I am your intrepid brown man DM, Zanaris, or as you may know me in the Discord server as Bad Apple, since my name gets changed often depending on how my editor is feeling.
I changed your.
And
I
here we
used to
are.
change your name like once a month.
It was great. And it was absolutely wonderful. But here we are again, and welcome to Legion, sharing your Thursdays with us. And everyone say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi
Hi,
everyone.
Hello, Grimwall.
Grimjaw.
Grimjaw and Grammel. Grammel just says you need to have your mic on more often before you start. That was gold.
Oh,
I'm glad it was entertaining.
Gosh, I
Hey,
just wonder how much was heard.
Not.
hey, Grandma,
I
what's
think it was
going on,
all
baby?
of it.
No, not all of it. Because I was.
No.
No.
Well,
Okay.
and you see, the funny thing is that we have people that know us, so they know that we're kind of stupid. So, and now poor Grammel and Grim,
Now everyone
The-
knows we're gonna.
and now everyone's just like, oh, these guys ain't that smart. They're just like,
You're
I
hiding
like
it
things. So, welcome
Oh my
to
gosh, you guys are
Legion.
making me laugh so much. I'm crying.
Well, welcome to Legion, and welcome. So, and here we are back at our adventure again, and a little bit of knowledge. Thank you for visiting our Discord. Thank you for being being part of our. I was gonna say secret society. I don't know why that's where my thought pattern went, but thank you for being part of our secret society of Legion. And thank you for being part of sending us fan mail and sending us art and giving us ideas. And as you all know, we have been doing some microscoping lately because we are going to be doing a Vampire the Masquerade game. It's going to be a short little runner, but it's going to be sexy, and I'm very excited about it. So with that being said, my intrepid editor, would you like to take it away?
Absolutely. So, hello, all my lovelies, and thank you again for being here on Frankly I Don't Give a Fork's channel. We do have some ground rules that we do need to go over. So, we do have some new moderators in the Twitch group. So, certain people will notice that they have commands now. Thank you so much.
We have moderators? Oh, that's nice. Hi, moderators. How are you?
So you'll be able to see when we get points in for people that cashing in points for singing, for hydrating, you'll see. And when we actually do those, you get to check them off. You're the ones in charge of us to let us know, hey, you guys aren't singing when you're supposed to be. So thank you so much for helping us out. And I granted, please do a timer. Yes. So a few other things to go over. The best way to support us is free to you. Join our Discord page. That is where you will get to see our announcements and when we go live, our schedule, or you can also see that on our Twitch page. And we have a lot of new content coming out. Maha Mondays will be back soon. Maha Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. So, and be sure to check out for this Sunday. We have Something Wicked This Way Comes. We're talking about forbidden flesh.
Sounds kinky.
Oh.
Did you forget the topic, Daniel? You look surprised.
I don't know why, but when you said that, I was just saying, what topic are we talking about exactly? Like my mind refused to tell me what that was about. It's just saying, oh yeah.
The other way that you
I surprised myself too. Oh man.
The other way, best way that you can support us, on our About Us page, we have a link where you can go to Amazon Prime and have Jeff Bezos pay us money instead of you to help us keep doing what we're doing whenever a microphone dies.
As you should. As you should.
Yes. So be sure to do that. It's on our About Us page and no cost to you at all. If you are interested in have a little bit of extra cash, we do have a Patreon page. We haven't done much with it. But with speaking of Patreon, we'd like to thank Grimjaw for being our first supporter. And
thank you, Grim.
And we are going. I've been working on the Discord a lot, so that is my next big project that I will be working on starting coming this week. So that is new stuff will be coming, and there will be a fair number of free things. Some other announcements that are coming up. Let's see. I think that it's just we have our regular streaming back on schedule. Tuesdays we have map making. Wednesdays we will have Maha Monday, Wednesday, Sundays soon-ish. The device is in the mail. It should be there soon. And then Thursdays D&D. Friday Watch Us Die.
The device is in the
Device. That sounds so like foreboding or maybe magical. The device is coming.
It is being sent to you shortly, but the device has been sent out in the mail.
It has.
I mean, it is going to take us all to Hades.
Yes.
Oh, to Hades! I heard that game is actually a lot of fun. So
I'm going to do a blind playthrough. I'm super stoked. Come visit me on Mondays if we're not doing vampires.
Yes.
But still come visit. Even if it's vampires.
The last thing that we have is on our Discord page. Be sure to come and enter. There is a free raffle, free giveaway of Kingdom of Two Crows. Two Crowns, thank you, not crows. So it's a free game that you're able to get if you're interested. Just press the little ta-da emoji and you can be entered into the raffle. And that is it.
Fantastic.
Glorious.
So on that note, take a moment, sit down, relax, get yourself a cup of coffee, perhaps a cup of water, and allow me to enthrall you with a tale of adventures. Last time that we saw our group, they had finally been able to take a moment, although be it short, after the defeat of their persistent enemy, number one. A few things happened. Oh,
you need to be singing,
yes,
Daniel.
Oh, the singing has been redeemed.
Oh.
Are our mods doing a timer? Or do I need to do?
Once they had defeated number one, they made their way over to the town to see past NPCs. Lucy and Ronan were back. Fuck. They also had a chance to meet. They also got a chance to meet Lord Windsor again, kind of in a strange place, claiming that he may be involved in the political assassination that had just taken place by the Tyrians. Bum bum. For he is Duke no more, but King of the West. Bum ba ba. With that being said, the crew seem to have acknowledged that there was a mechanical thingamajiggy or something inside the room. And then they kidnapped this poor malfunctioning child and they put it inside the bag of holding because they're villains. I hope you're
It'll be
happy with
fine.
yourselves, you sickos.
Yes.
with
And
that
Maha
being
said the word I.
we
Does
had a
not have
chance.
pronouns.
We
No.
we had a chance to meet what would be considered a very early version of AI by Sussex, the artificial extraordinaire of House Windsor.
He's gonna be so pissed when he learns that we kidnapped his baby.
Oh boy.
His
The crew now has to take a moment and begin to find. Well, they have to move rather quickly to find two Tristala and Fern before they make their way to the Underdark without them.
We have 3 days to get there.
3.
3
I'm
days.
glad you remembered that.
But knowing you guys, you
Oh,
could take 3
yeah.
days just kind of walking around, talking in circles to each
Shut
other.
up!
Silence the end.
I'm back.
This
It's
coming from Mr. This will only take one session.
Ah, you are called out.
I do
Daniel.
not exist in actual time. I'm kind of a floating creature, kind of one of those things. Think of, and I do believe that you are correct. I'm just gonna have to take that one to the chin. But anyways, besides that, please tell me that we're close to me not having to do this anymore. How
I
much
am no
time
longer
do
in
I
charge of
have?
the timer.
1 session over a month, Teal Wall said.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z story arc.
Now
Time is
keep in
different
mind,
in Dragon Ball Z time.
I will definitely go and say that I was quite happy with how the trials have gone. Thank you everyone for being so patient. So, with that being said, let us take a moment.
Less than 2
Dear,
minutes
dear
left.
Fuck
You
me.
should bullshit for 2 minutes.
So, with that being said, once you go to sleep, I'm going to do terrible things to you for kidnapping a child.
Worth
Not
It's
really
a
a child.
robot.
It's a robot. I just like to bust your
Child
balls.
is the code word because
Child is the
it's
code
less
word.
awful in
No, we
Maha's
called it
law.
I love that we think that it's less awful to kidnap a child than a
We
robot.
stole a baby.
Let's not say
Well,
that so
a
loud
robot
that
of
the
the
Twitch moderators hear us. Let's keep in mind that you have been given a bag of holding 800
Yes.
gold.
And Nani is our banker right now.
And I
She's
hope
our
that you
sugar
remember-
daddy.
And I'm hoping that you all remember all of the wonderful little things that you found in the checkpoint. Because I think you should talk about those when you get a moment.
I will need a moment to log on to my internet because I can't access my own notes.
30 seconds
Oh, no
remaining.
worries. There's a
Grimjaw
checkpoint right now.
says.
We
Shit happens.
definitely wrote all of those tiny little things down that we found.
So-
We did and talked about
We
it.
wish
in
you a Merry
detail.
Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish
We
you a Merry
wish you a Merry
Merry
Christmas
and a Happy New Year. Is it
Good
that?
tidings to all wherever you are.
Good tidings
I
they
hate this
bring.
fucking
Good
option.
tidings
I
they
hate this.
I really do appreciate you guys
are we
singing
still-
Christmas songs for
Are
me.
we still-
We're all
are we still-
done!
We're done!
Yay!
Tell me that. I was just going to see how long you keep going.
Okay. So this is the thing. I want you to know whoever we did that for, which I think it was because of Grim that we owed him one.
Yes.
I just did half of that. Those 5 minutes are mostly me.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Daniel, you carry us.
What was that?
You have to carry us, Daniel. You're the leader.
Oh, that is
You are the
fair.
DM.
So, With
Okay,
that
I got
being
back on the
said,
internet. Thank God.
now that we are present, I'll speed things up just a little bit. That we'll go and say that you've made your way out. Unless anyone has anything that they want to do while everyone's still here. You still
Um,
see Vendela. Vendela finally has his mask back. You go and you see that Lord Windsor
Wait a second.
moves
Vandella was
quickly.
in the room with us?
No.
Oh.
He's
It's us walking out.
Oh,
just outside.
thank
just
God.
outside in church. No.
Like Vandella wants to steal a baby. Holy shit.
No, yeah, that'd be
I
a
feel
problem.
like that
but
would be pretty appropriate though for him.
he'd
but
be
you do
used
see
to us.
And Rory, roll a perception check for me real quick. I would like you to
Yes,
check
perception.
something. See if you see
Perception.
perception.
I just loaded up my character sheet. 1 sec.
Take your time.
Perception. Raw performance. Perception.
If we just say perception over and over. it'll be like a
21.
chance.
Ooh.
Rory, as you're going out, you see a few things. Since you're kind of the, I imagined it was you walking out first, since you're the tallest, trying to kind of like cover up the door a little bit. And you see, as you do, you see Lucy kind of moving himself to, kind of guide, cover
Hide the
opening of the door
baby.
just a bit. And as you walk out, Rory, you hear him. You got your baby.
Yeah, we got the baby. It's in a bag of holding.
He looks at you. He's like, kind of brave in a bag
It
of holding.
doesn't need to. He's gonna think it's dead.
Lonnie pushes past both of you guys and says, "Come on, you guys, don't be so obvious," and just like starts walking out.
You see that he kind of pats himself down a little bit. It's like, you
She's
guys have.
stolen a few things before. She knows how to.
You see,
Best
Roy,
defense
and
is just be casual.
hey, and as you, I'm gonna let you write on that 21. You notice Lucy checking out Lonnie's ass as she walks past, and he just kind of. And as he's watching, you go look, and you see, because you get a giggle out of it. You know that he's all bark or no bite when it comes to partners or anything like that.
Does Lonnie notice?
I'll roll a perception check for me, Lonnie. Actually, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 14.
Oh, literally, like as you're walking, you feel eyes on you for a
Okay.
moment.
I
and you
like-
can just,
I do a casual glance back as I walk past, and I wink at him.
Oh no. Oh no.
in that moment, you thought to yourself that maybe it was someone watching, and as you turn, you see that he goes, and when you wink, you see this 6'3", built like a fucking brick house man go.
Does he blush?
Does he blush?
He does, and he just kind of like turns to the side a little bit. He's like, "Oh, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, baby in a bag," and he just completely, just not even in his mindset. But with that 21, Rory, you do notice something that you weren't expecting.
Okay.
You see that Windsor is moving. Windsor, as he walks out, he doesn't have a lot of fanfare. He's not surrounded by guards. He's walking around on his own. And you notice that people are still calling him Duke, and he's not correcting them. He's saying hello and all that, and he's helping. You see that they're giving out supplies, but the thing that really, I'm not going to say unnerves you, what we're not expecting is, you see Ronan talking to Vendela. They're patching up someone together. And you see Ronan, your husband, just staring at him from time to time. And not with that ugly look, more of that whole, I don't know what to make of you.
Because he knows he's undead. Or does he not
I'm
know?
not sure if he does.
Oh,
He may
he's
not
a
know.
cleric, though. Oh, okay.
But as you see
Guess that's
Vendela
racist.
looking up at him, and Vendela's nodding, and you see Ronan put his hand on his shoulder, and Vendela looks at the hand, and he looks up at him. His mask now in place. He just nods, and you see him walk away as he begins to walk back up to the group.
Before he
So?
gets up to walk away, can I walk up to the two of them when they've got their a hand on each other's shoulder?
Sure. And as you guys are all walking out, Wilbur, same thing. Maha, you have codename baby.
Codename
I
baby.
have codename baby.
Um,
Um,
I'd like to say to Ronan, because I'm getting the feeling that he's something's up with him, and he's never liked Vendella from the start, because he's always known something's been off. He's saved my life, Ronan.
you need to catch your fiance up. Leo says in their mind.
You just see Ronan nod. Yeah. Well,
And he's not all that he seems to be, but he's okay.
no, he's more than he seems to be.
You mean the
But I'll
fact...
take your word for it on this one.
I'm just kind of like squinting my eyes, and I'm like, the fact that he's,
A creep? Yeah.
I kind of look at Vendella and tilt my head, like, does he not know?
Right when he says that, you see that Vendella has effectively walked off, and he's just doing his normal Vendellaing as he's talking to people, and you see that as he's wrapping up someone's head. I always think that head wounds are the worst, because if you get hit too hard, you begin to forget things. And he kind of leans in, and I'll tell you what, I personally don't have many memories to lose. So whenever I kind of fall into that prospect, I begin to think of the chaos of it all. Have you ever heard of the god of chaos? Have you ever heard of the Black Tongue God? And you kind of see that the person's looking up, and I'm just kind of confused. I tell you, it has changed the way I think about things. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. And you just see the person look up at him.
He's and you like, just have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
and you see Ronan just and he just takes your hand and he keeps on walking. He doesn't, but you see that there's no malice in what he's in his face.
Okay.
There's no, not like the first time that he saw him that he wants to punch in the front of his face.
Right.
He's pretty relaxed. He just, all right. It is what it is, I suppose.
Doesn't trust him.
That's fair.
So what do you all do when the day is yours?
Actually, so I'm sorry. Who all is with us right now?
It is all of you: Lonnie, Wilbur, Rory, Maha, Ronan, Rory's husband, and Lucy. Those are the people that are with you at this moment.
And how did Lucy and Ronan get here?
Oh, no one's asked.
Actually, we did. You said that they were teleported, and you led it to believe that Vendella was behind that.
Well, you know that. The others, you haven't had a chance to share that.
I thought that
so. Maha has.
Yeah, I will pretend like I'll have Maha go up to Ronan and look up at them and blink. And then, Ronan, Maha does not know where Ronan was before, but wasn't Ronan pretty far away?
Oh. Let's talk about that in a second. Let's get off from all these people. And you see that he puts his hand down and he picks you up and he puts you on the nape of his shoulder. And he kind of keeps you there. And as he's holding you there, you see that you gain some weight. Have you been eating good? And you just kind of see that he kind of moves you a little bit. Or do you just have more things that you've been taking? Have you been taking things, Maha?
Oh, yes. Maha's been eating things. Maha was wondering if maybe a little fluffy, but, oh yeah, Lonnie. Does Lonnie know Ronan? Lonnie, this is Ronan.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And you see an older gentleman. You can tell that he's got a little bit of a war-worn face. He's got a little bit of cuts. He's got a strong jaw, but he also has a very light beard that grows across his whole face, completely connected. He's starting to get a little bit gray and pepper on the sides, but he has very kind eyes.
Very handsome. Maha doesn't know that, but.
Ronan. I've heard that name. Rory's husband?
Yes. and you see that he extends his hand out to you, and when he takes your hand, he actually shakes you by your forearm, and he gives you a good look, and he tells you, "I know a fighter when I see one. It's a pleasure."
Oh, Ronan.
Nice to meet you.
You got married to Rory since last time I talked to you? Or since Maha's spoken to you? Whoa. Ronan, you should have told Maha. What the heck?
You see that he kind of stops. He looks at you, Maha. He looks at Lani. I forget how literal they take things. I am still Roy's fiance. For me, we are married. Does that make more sense, Maha?
No, but yes.
Okay. you just see that he looks at you, Lani. It's just like, it's a pleasure. I'm glad to go and see that you're doing well.
This
you see
is Ronan, why did you leave again? Maha forgets.
Oh, well, let's not talk here. Come on.
Oh,
and
yes.
you see that he goes and he
further into the alley.
I think Volma is waiting for us outside.
And as you say that, you actually see a calico tabaxi off in a little corner on his own, arms crossed against his chest, just kind of sitting there, little piece of straw jumping up in his mouth.
Whoa. Oh, yes. Maha forgets. Let us go see Voam. Maha says, like, Ronan is their mount and, like, points where Maha wants to go.
You see that Ronan completely complies. He gives no show of wanting to remove you or saying no. He just boop 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 boop
Ronan
and just
puts
starts
up with
walking.
us. So well, he's patience of a saint.
Lonnie like shakes her head and she's just like, cute.
So
Lonnie still has the bag of holding, I believe, right?
Oh, it's Lonnie that has the bag of holding.
Yes.
So
and I have the gold. Who's got the gold?
Within the bag of holding.
I've got
Oh, do you? Oh, I'm sorry. Fine.
I have the bag of holding and the gold's inside.
Other things.
And the robot is inside.
And the robot is inside.
I think those are the only two things in the bag of holding right now.
Will, what are you doing right now?
Actually.
Wilbur, what do you do? Remember, Wilbur, I gave you a bag of cocaine. Really.
Yes.
And what else did I give you? Did I give you anything else?
What are you up to right now, Wilbur?
Did you hear him?
What was that?
He's cutting his.
I'm having audio issues.
Oh, forgive me. Wilbur, what are you up to at the moment?
What are you up to?
Remember, I gave you powder.
I know you owe Maha a mask. I'm gonna start working on that.
No, what are you doing currently?
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that. I thought it was like, what are you?
Oh no.
Sorry.
Why don't we jump to a commercial break real fast while we fix audio?
We're gonna go and fix Wilbur's little communication device inside of his ears is malfunctioning a little bit. We're gonna go to a quick break as we begin our, I like to call it the beach episode of our campaign. So please, everyone, we'll be right back in 5 minutes.
Bye.
Are we in anime now?
Bye. We've always been in anime.
And that's it.
I please mention that when you guys like come back to so they can go and see the crazy. So
Oh.
We are live.
and we are live. And welcome back everyone to Legion. Our intrepid adventurer, Wilbur, is having a little bit of a migraine, so he's gonna take a little bit of a break for a few minutes. And we've gotten his audio taken care of, but we are back. So you begin to make your walk up to Vorm, and Vorm is kind of quiet. You see that he just nods and goes, "Come."
Pulls on Renan's hair.
You see it now that you kind of see it as two little paws holding onto the little tufts of Ronan's hair as he's kind of looking around. And you do hear Vorm, "Ronan, it has been a while. I'm pleased to see you. It's always good to see a friend." Boom. It's nice to see you too. How are you? Oh, I'm always well. Very excited, as you can hear in my voice. I'm glad to see that everyone's alive. I always hate to go to the funerals of friends.
Oh.
Right.
Maha is glad that Vorm was not affected by all of this.
Oh no. Oh no. It takes a lesser will to be affected by things like this. And I'm a little bit more complicated, I suppose. Nonetheless, please, follow me. Let's get off these busy streets. I think you need a moment to sit and drink and eat.
Oh, yes. Maha looks back at Lonnie and sees if Lonnie's doing good with all that load that Lonnie is carrying.
Oh, Lonnie's fine. Lonnie's acting like there's nothing wrong. She has a new bag.
You guys begin walking, and as you begin walking, Lonnie, do me a favor. Do a wisdom check for me.
Is this a saving throw or?
No, just a check. Just a wisdom check.
Okay, just so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 9.
Meet a 9 of power.
You,
Gotta talk up those die, okay? Gotta make them feel good.
as you're walking and everything's pretty quiet, you see that Lucy begins to walk up beside you, but he doesn't say much. You see that he's actually kind of looking around a little bit, but you could swear that you heard a voice. But you look at him, and his mouth isn't moving.
It's not the robot, is it?
No, it didn't sound like it didn't sound like I. You would have probably picked up on if it was I, but
Okay.
it sounded conversational. As a matter, it literally sounded like though you walked right past the combo.
You know, Lucy said something earlier about getting along with his sword.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if that could have something to do with his.
As you begin walking, I'm gonna let you get another will check real quick as you start to get into the yarn and needle Bomb's
Wisdom.
safe house.
Right.
Wisdom, sorry.
So okay, so just another wisdom throw.
Just a wisdom check.
That's a 3.
At least it's not that one.
It's not in that one.
See?
As
I
you're
talk up
walking
these
past,
die.
you actually see Lucy stop for a second. She turns to you. You say something.
No? Did you?
No.
You're just gonna gaslight him.
He looks at you. You sure you didn't say nothing? I heard a woman's voice.
No, I didn't say anything.
And Too much adventuring, too many hits to the head. And you make it into the yarn and needle. You see
I-
that.
I
Yes.
think I like think at Umbra. Umbra, you didn't. Did you say anything? It's not out loud. Lucy doesn't know.
Well,
Think at her.
well,
No, it's important.
I'm not going to go and leave the spirit not spoken to.
Spirit?
The person inside of your compatriot's weapon.
Oh. He said something about getting along with his sword.
Oh, they seem to be doing better from what I'm gleaning. But he was talking to me about as he put it, massacring the innocent to pave a new way of glory and death. I'm not particularly sure that he's in a very talkative mood.
That's an interesting conversation.
I think your companion might be the perfect person to keep him.
Okay.
And you just see Lucy kind of picking at his nose for a second as he walks into the yarn and needle.
He is perfect for that sword. The sword tried to talk to Maha, but Maha would not talk back.
This is the most interesting group I believe I have ever traveled with.
They are very interesting. I wonder, my champion, what
What did you say you
What?
cut out?
I wonder, my champion, what now? What is the plan now, if any?
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in going back to the Underdark.
The Underdark. I was there for so long. You would think I would know more. And the voice is gone. You all walk in, then the yarn and needle's comfortable. You see that Vorm has closed up shop. You see that there are elves walking around giving out drinks. There's warm cushions all over. The fire is going. It's quite nice. Just nice and easy. And you just see Vorm, kind of like a cat, walk up to a pillow on the ground, kind of walk around it for 2 seconds, kind of push his feet into it, and sits. So, friends, you are safe. I have had certain wards placed onto this building now to protect us from outside eyes. Please, sit down, relax, and enjoy yourselves as you begin on the new leg of whatever you plan on doing. Would you like me to give you a moment to be alone? I feel that you might have something to talk about.
Yes. Vaughn, how
Yes, Maha.
is your lady bartender?
I'll give you an inspiration point if you remember her name.
I don't have access to my old notes, but I will remember.
I'll hold on to that little secret for a moment. But she's doing well, and you see that she is behind the counter, cleaning up certain things, and beautiful
Is
red
it
hair,
Leona?
alabaster white face. It is Leona. And you see inspiration point to you, Maha. And you see Leona. It's nice to see all of you again, to see that you're all drawing breath, and I see that you've gotten a little bit few more strays. And she looks towards Alani, she nods. You see this woman, she's statuesque, she's beautiful. But she's in a very frumpy gown, very just out and about.
I'm glad to see that you survived the storm.
Oh, oh, we all have our ways, really. You know how it is.
Oh, Miss. I always hate assuming someone's gender, even if they're a beautiful woman.
You see that when Maha struggles, she goes and says, "Mrs. Fine."
Miss Leona.
Hmm.
Leona made a wonderful drink for Maha. First time Maha was here. May Maha have another one, please?
You see that as you say that, you hear Vom. Oh, that sounds lovely. I think that you should go and do that to me as well. I think I need a drink. And you see that she begins to make Vom's little hot chocolate, little
Oh.
seasonal drink as
Rory needs one too. Rory's had a rough day.
you see Vom. I think that everyone should have a seasonal drink to have a moment to sit and talk. And you see that she begins to, she's quick with her hands, and as all of you are sitting down, little by little, Lonnie, you get handed a little mug. It's like nice warm chocolate, and you see that there's a little mint leaf on top of whipped cream, kind of just floating there. And you all get handed one, and you see that she turns to all of you. Well, it's give me one second. I'm having.
You
Oh,
need
that's
help with
fine.
something?
No worries, editor. We should be good. You guys are just kind of sitting there, and as you are there, you see that Vom does take his leave to the back. I'll allow you all to have a moment. And you see that you hear Lucy. Boom! You fuck. How are you? Oh,
You fuck.
hello, Lucy. How are you? I'm fucking pretty good. How about you? How about your fucking self over there? You talk so fast, sometimes I lose some of what you're saying. You talk so fucking slow, I feel like if I'm having a seizure. But it's alright. And you go and see that he just kind of pats him on the back. So, yeah, get
Lonnie
the fuck out.
thinks
So we
this exchange is hilarious, by the way.
can... But you see that Lucy actually does try to clear the room, and he tells him, get the fuck out for a minute. Let the adults talk. You just see Vom nod.
Don't be rude,
Right.
Lucy.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Maha. Lucy. Must be nice to Boam. Boam gave you a drink. That's mean.
You see that he holds the drink in his hand. Thank you. Now please get the fuck out. And you see that
Oh.
Vom just kind of nods.
Well,
There's
this
been
is-
a lot of traveling.
This is Lucy being polite, Maha realizes.
And you see that Vom and Sarah, they go and they walk to the back room, and you go and you can see the little white dog running out from underneath the counter, and it runs behind. Looks like a little living puff of cloud as it runs behind Vom, and you hear him. Oh, Mint, my favorite person. You are my best friend, Mint. Did you know that? And you hear, "Ruff."
Oh, Mint's a
Yes.
dog right now?
Yes,
Okay.
and there's a dog right now.
That's adorable.
Who's a
So-
good boy?
Mint we
yes,
know
you
is a
are.
shapeshifter, and Mint is something different every single time we ever see. And so
Mint was the dog the last time that we saw, right?
Yes.
It seems
Oh,
comfortable
yes.
in this form, from what you can tell.
I remember Mint being a
And-
cat, I think the first time.
It
right?
was the cat the very first time that you saw Mint, yes. And you see that they walk to the back. You are all alone in a comfy plush room, very bohem, wooden floors, a beautiful fire burning, books strewn all over the walls, a smell of cinnamon in the air. It seems cozy. And you can also tell it's very secure. So,
Maha looks at everybody and then immediately proceeds to open up their cloak and dump everything on the table. and then like sets it out very like very like straight and OCD like make sure everything's straight and
Ronan gives you a hand as you try to straighten everything out, smile on his face. And
While
you just-
Maha does that, I'm gonna
Yes.
pull the gold out and just like quick glance. I should be able to just glance at it and see. Is it the 800 pieces that we were told it was to be?
100%. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, you've seen large amounts of gold before, and as you
Mm-hmm.
look at it, you kind of pick up. It's actually 801. Just one little extra piece.
Just for counting.
Do any of them look any different from the others?
Roll a investigation check for me and make it a good one. And you know what? I'm gonna say with advantage because you're gonna take it. Are you taking your time with it or?
Yeah. Yes.
Sure.
Oh. So the first one was a 7. The second one was a natural 20,
Woo!
which I believe is dedicated to Lorchko.
Yes.
Hey.
Lorchko.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one that needed to matter apparently, according to.
So as
DM.
you're looking around and you see Maha's doing their thing, Wilbur's sitting down talking to Lucy, just kind of shooting the shit for a second, and you see that Ronan is helping Maha kind of move everything around. You catch little glimpses of Ronan staring at his fiance, just kind of smiling on his face. And in a moment, you notice that one of these coins doesn't shine right by the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And you
Well.
pick it up.
I do.
Looks fine, even with a natural 20. It looks like a perfect little piece of gold. But for some, you're not sure what it was or what you picked up, but it just doesn't shine right. Let me see a little
So-
smudge on it.
I don't know a whole lot when it comes to magic.
Mhm.
I can sometimes tell that things are magical, but pretty useless. But, so, hey Maha, what do you make of this? And I hand Maha a gold piece.
Maha, Lonnie flips a gold piece to you.
Looks at it.
You see this exchange, Rory.
Maha really wishes Wilbur was here.
Oh, if anything, if you do ask Wilbur to do something, Wilbur just kind of sitting. You can engage him if you like.
Maha looks at it and Maha is like, "Oh, it's money." Shows it to Wilbur.
Let me take a look, and you see that he picks it up. He puts his hand over it.
Do we need to roll for him?
No. Identified isn't a roll. You see that he takes out his little eyepiece, begins to look at it.
This looks different from the rest of them somehow, but I can't place why.
Because it's a fucking trap. It's a locator. You see that he puts it down on the table. Because it's not a gold piece. It's bullshitry.
Maha looks at it. Maha would like to memorize whatever this is, because I can do detect traps. So I will do that.
I wouldn't necessarily say he calls it a trap. It's not really a trap. It's more of someone thinking that they're very clever.
Mm. In 800
Okay.
coins. Huh?
So it is a regular gold piece, but it's got a locator spell on it.
As he begins to look at it, you can hear,
I would.
this
pull
has
out
been a
Bolem's
use of
coin
the
and look
identify
at
spell.
it.
And as you look at Bolem's coin, you look at it, you see Wilbur take it. He puts his hands over it. I think they can hear us through this thing and probably follow us. So, let's toss it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Actually, Maha pauses. Ooh, Maha's idea. Maha takes it
Mhm.
and is like, "Oh," very loudly. "So much money. What should we buy with it, guys?" Maha says, as Maha proceeds to, with their tinker's items, make a collar for a dog.
Make a collar for a dog. I'm
I'm
not
gonna
even
make
gonna
a-
make Maha roll. I will say that Maha's manages to jerry rig a pretty little collar with a little gold coin on it. Maybe pull out a little leather strap from your bag and just.
And Maha is going to go wander out of the room, actually, leaving all the items. And I will go
Okay.
look for Mint, and I'm gonna talk to Boehm about this.
Don't give it to Mint.
What? Why?
Because it's got a listening spell on it.
I'm gonna tell Boehm what it is.
What are you doing? You tell me.
Sounds like a bad idea, but okay.
Well, unless you guys think, what do you guys think about like an alley cat or something then?
I would put it on a stray if you put it on anybody.
Okay.
Because, or I would like toss it in a river.
Do you go
Oh,
outside
but-
to see if you see a stray or?
Okay, I'm gonna look for. Maha's gonna look for other kitties then, because cats are cooler.
As you walk outside, Mahan, you see that Vaughn's place seems to be a little welcome spot for kitty cats. You see one or two walking around.
I think that's a good idea not to put it on Boehm's cat without asking. I wasn't gonna do it without asking them, but
Right,
And,
but I'm just thinking this
He's
coin
so-
loaded
he's
with
so
listening spells that
secretive.
Windor gave us.
Mm.
Yeah, let's and Boehm deals information. Let's not give Boehm a listening spell.
So as you do find the cat and you see that one's a little perceptive to you.
mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
Maha, this is so weird. Like a cat talking to a cat. This is the best.
Tabaxi talking to a cat.
This is true. Maha pulls out some rations of some like fish jerky because that's what Maha likes to eat, and is like, "Oh, thank you, shopkeeper. I would totally like to buy that." And like talks to the cat like this.
Roll.
I
Do you
would-
have handle animal?
I would like to assist, and as
Yes, I need help.
as Maha is saying hello, shopkeep, I would like to activate my disguise that I get once per long rest as a furbolg and turn into disguise self with just turn into that dwarf lady that we saved earlier.
Sure.
And be like, okay, that will be to go right there.
I would like the both of you to roll
I don't.
performance with advantage. I'm gonna go and give you both performance with advantages. You're playing off of each other.
I would like to argue that I actually sound like her because of my disguise self.
Oh no, that's the reason why you're rolling with advantage.
Okay.
I
only get a
am in
plus
total
one.
agreement with you.
Oh, that's a.
Ooh.
Thank God I get advantage. 18.
I would. Okay, I didn't roll so
Okay.
high, but I rolled.
What'd you get,
8
Maha?
on it. Oh wait, I have lucky. I'm gonna use a lucky die if that's cool.
Sure, go for it. Use that lucky die.
If you use
14
a
this
lucky
time.
die on a roll that you had advantage on, is that another 2 rolls or is that just another 1 roll?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. I think it's the die. Like you only get to pick one die, right?
I'm only letting you get one extra roll. But
Mel
Let
needs
us
to be
just
a
roll until we
lawyer.
get a high roll.
but that's a good little swing on that one. I like how you were trying to get that one in there. But you feel that it was
I got
quite successful,
14.
and you see the kitty cat meow 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 meow, and it lets you put the collar on it.
Oh yes. Oh thank you, madam. I pet the kitty.
I shift the collar so it's on the back of its neck, so it's not right by its mouth.
And you just see it kind of looking around, and it jets off.
Oh. Oh, so polite. So refined. Maha appreciates your wares. Thank you. Goodbye.
You just see it just
You realize
off into the.
you realize that the listening device just ran off. They can't hear you.
Oh yes. Maha totally knows all of this.
I walk in as the
I'll say
dwarf
this-
lady.
Maha
You,
like walks with the dwarf lady like totally cool.
You see that Ronan and Wilbur, they notice it. They kind of look, but you see that they kind of start talking again. You see that Ronan and Wilbur and Lucy, they're just kind of in a conversation. But the day is yours. You
Well-
found a little detection device. Yes.
While they were doing that, I put all of that gold away
Sure.
because that's should be fine. And I get out my other gold bag.
Hmm.
That I never opened because I kind of forgot about it. So this is a gold bag that Umbre gave to me a while ago, and I want to see what's inside. I believe I was told it had some gold and a piece of chocolate.
As you open it, there is a small little cube of chocolate, dark chocolate, and a little gold wrapper. But that's it.
Wait, what was in it? Dark chocolate and what?
It's literally just wrapped up in a little gold wrapper. It's very pretty, and you can smell the rich cacao coming from it as you open it. It seems like very nice chocolate.
Maha looks at
me the nicest gifts.
Oh,
Take a bite.
You take a bite, and as you do, you have that you just feel calm, as if though you had the spell calm emotions placed on you. Just relax, and it's been a hard day. It's been a hard week. Not so much right now. Things are just easy. And you hear a soft whisper, I was always a fan of the darkest of chocolates. I hope that you enjoy, my champion.
It's delicious. Thank you.
This is a romance. Or a bromance, I'm not sure.
And for what it's worth, most of that was out loud for Lonnie.
Oh, you see that everyone's kind of doing their thing, but you tell me, guys, what you're up to.
How much gold is it?
You know it's just 300 gold.
Okay. Fine.
Rory,
Is there anything else in it?
Just that.
Okay.
shall we divide up the gold? Oh, it's the 800.
Oh, I'll let you guys don't have to do that on cam. We could go and we'll just go and say that we all get even shares, and we'll do that afterwards. No worries. But there you are. A lot has happened.
All right, so Maha is going to sit down and watch Lonnie be really weird and eat some chocolate. And Maha is like, this is pretty normal. And Maha is gonna very covet the chocolate drink that Willem gives us. Maha
it's
is
as
gonna
good as it's always been.
Well, Maha will say, Maha does not know where chocolate comes from, but it definitely does not grow in Underdark. And,
It does not.
Maha
Not that you know of.
did not have chocolate until Maha saw the surface. So Maha really appreciates this and that. Maha points at her chocolate. Good taste.
Is there enough chocolate to split off a tiny bit and hand it to Maha?
Yeah.
Okay, I do that.
Oh, you sure? Is Lonnie sure?
Try it. This is good stuff.
Maha takes.
Maha, oddly enough, when you bite into it, it tastes so much sweeter. And as you bite into it, it looked dark, but it tastes very sunny in your mouth. Almost as if though there just seems to be a little bit of magic to change its taste depending on who bites into it. It's quite
Ooh.
good.
Ah, honey, this is very, very nice. Maha's very content and sits back with their drink and you know how cats kind of are very luxurious in their fur and they sit in their own comfort. Maha
They
is
do.
getting comfortable, but then anyway, looks at Rory and Lonnie and Wilbur and is oh, okay. Maha gets quiet. So Maha sets down the drink and like starts rolling out the maps, and is looking at them again and like taking in all the math that's on the maps, because
As you begin to roll them out, you realize there are no words, there are no real map designs on them. They are very, very complicated mathematical equations.
magical.
Magical. And you've never seen spell work quite like this. It's a little bit odd, but as you look at it, you see the numbers as if they almost pull out from the paper to you. They're coordinates. They seem to be coordinates and locations of a few things. And as you do, you also notice that you pulled pictures of what seems to be the Drow royal family, the royal family of Il Asul.
So Maha is gonna look at everybody as if they can see exactly what Maha is seeing, because
you all see the pictures, but you don't. You just see glibbity glop on the papers. You just see lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of numbers and equations.
Out of curiosity, would
We
Wilbur
can see the pictures.
Would Wilbur see more?
Actually,
was the
you
nat
see that
20 I
Wilbur-
miraculously rolled last time.
Wilbur's looking at it, and you see that he seems to get something of it. But as he's looking at it, he's just like, "What are you seeing, Ma? I can't catch it all."
So Maha looks at it all and tries to take it in. There's a lot here. Maha looks at the pictures and looks at everybody else. So, Maha worries. This shows, points at near the pictures, the queen of the Drow. Maha's like hesitant to like mention their names. Bizen's like, and then there's just Thala right there, and then there's I don't know who Various is, but I can read their name.
Yeah.
I don't know who Various is, right?
You do not.
Can I interrupt and ask how many pictures there are?
There you can. You see that there is Feridris, Dristala's wife. There's 2 other photos of Drow that you do not know. And in all of his little emancipated glory, Ilzat.
Okay. And then Maha goes real quiet and doesn't say Ilzat, but it's like literally a picture of Ilzat right there. Maha's not gonna be like, yeah, that's my torturer right there. But Maha is so this is where they like to sleep and eat and stay, and Maha thinks that this is some kind of tracking by Prime for some reason. But then Maha looks over here and points at some other code, the math magical code, and is like, see that? Rory, Lenny, Wilbur, those are codes. Those are coordinates. But Maha does not know why.
At the 3 images, are there any names written down at all of the 3 that we don't know?
No names of anyone. Not one name.
So
on any of these.
there's 5 in total?
Yes.
Okay.
Because on
Yes,
the
Rory.
treasure map that we had, I don't know if this is the one that we gave to 7 or if the one that we have, there were 3 names. I think it's the one that we have. There were 3 names that we did not know of Reuben, James, and Kingston.
That is right.
Ooh.
But
And-
you have names.
Can I read the coordinates that Maha is pointing at?
Lonnie, give me a
Would
give me an
that
investigation
be,
roll.
Yeah.
Up to 15.
You take a minute, and as you're kind of walking around in the yarn and needle, you see that there's a map book there, and you kind of take it out for a second, and you see that Lonnie's has done some travel, so she's kind of looking through it. And right when you see that you're not really sure, you kind of feel your hand move a little bit to the side, and you realize This is coordinates in the Underdark. Probably precise locations.
These coordinates are in the Underdark. I tell them.
Oh, Maha would understand, right? Because Maha at least knows the coordinates of Papa 17, right?
That is right. Do you check to see if those same coordinates are the coordinates that you've just pulled up?
Mm-hmm.
You go to
Maha's
take a
memorized, so I'm gonna go with that.
True. So as you begin to look, you notice one of these coordinates of the batch of that you have. Very close, but it's off. But it's close. So you're not particularly sure.
Is it in the
Maybe.
shoe somewhere?
The coordinate is in the shoe. Yes.
Oh, okay. But
It's
not
very,
where...
very close. Very, very close to the coordinate that you have memorized from Prime trying to find Papa 17. But even then, it is in a very general area. It literally seems to be, you seem to have one coordinate that's in the shoe. This coordinate seems to be a little bit outside of the shoe. But
Okay.
it seems someone's close, but nowhere to win a chicken dinner.
And as I'm looking at this, I'm really curious. So this map, does it look like it was like mechanically, like all this stuff I'm seeing, does it look like mechanically like typed out, or does it look like drawn? Like, I'm curious if this was
Fair.
a person that wrote this out.
As you begin to look at it, you realize it was not done by hand. This was probably done by the decimal array. It looks like if it was almost, not that they exist, but if a typewriter
Yeah.
had put this information on this paper.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Like a printing press or something, right? Like
Mhm.
typewriter, yeah.
That is correct.
Maha gets real quiet and looks at it and is like, Rory, this one right here is not quite in the shoe. It is outside, but it is pretty close to Papa 17.
So you have to assume that they're on the way there.
Maha nods.
Shanaz, was this left on purpose, or was it not?
Maha looks at Lonnie and gets real quiet because Maha didn't think about that. Well, there was things missing in that room.
Do we?
Wasn't there, Lonnie?
We have to assume that Seven had his chance. We don't know how long his fight with the Vulture took. We have to assume that Seven had his chance to take what he wanted.
I have his scent. I turn into a wolf. I like to roll a perception check to see if I can smell number 7 at all on that paper. And I get advantage
sure.
on all scent related. Let me actually.
So you have a
that's
scent.
right,
Were you a wolf when you got his scent before?
Yes. Or actually,
Cool. Okay,
was
cool.
I don't
Because,
remember.
like, I
You
don't know
dealt
how
with
you would-
7. You had dealt with 7, but this is a while back. But I will definitely go and say that 7 does have a unique smell as a doppelganger. So I will go and let you still have the advantage. Please.
Okay. Let me roll perception twice. Now, do I have to roll? This is a wolf stat that I have to roll, correct? Or is it my scent because it's a mental stat?
It would be yours?
Okay.
Wait.
Well,
Oh, shit. Oh, somebody help me with the rule.
wait.
I'm actually not sure.
so like it's Rory's memory, even though
Mhm.
you're not going by. Wait, is the investigation
no,
checking like a physical thing
Yes.
or a
It would
mental
be
thing?
a wolf's because perception is +8 for a wolf. Apparently is.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
so I have to roll by hand.
So sorry. My brain was just like, I don't remember that, Daniel. Do you remember that?
Rolling twice.
Giggle.
Rolling twice.
21. Well, that would be an 18 plus 5, so that would be a 23.
You see the wolf shape of Rory.
Mhm.
7 seems to be on some of these, but you also smell very strong incense. You smell blood. You smell what seems to be a very strong spice of some type.
Does it match what the Miganettes use?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, maybe that's messing that up. Okay.
Nope, nope, nope. It smells like a food spice.
Uh,
You're beginning to realize somebody may have been handling this while they were eating.
While eating, gotcha. As a druid, knowing nature, would I know what spice this is?
There's a really strong smell of saffron and cumin and just not stuff that you would normally go and see here.
Okay.
Is Rory telling us this?
I can't as a wolf yet. So as a wolf, I'm going to put my paw on everything that 7 has touched.
Maha is going to do message to Rory.
Oh,
Maha knows that Rory can't really talk. So Maha sends message, yes. You can answer back mentally.
Every item that I touch, whatever items they are, DM, I'm saying these are what 7 has touched. He's been in that room.
You notice that the only thing that he seems to have gotten his hands on were the pictures.
Okay.
But not the coordinates.
Can I say more in that message, or does it have to be very short?
It's like a reply, I think, right?
I was gonna say, we're just kind of. It's not a combat situation or anything like that. For mechanic wise, we can kind of forego one or two things.
Okay. I'm going to point out saffron, cumin, on all the things that have it, and I want to look at.
You can talk in Rory's voice, like you can.
Oh.
You can talk to me mentally.
Right. Yeah. I want to look at Lonnie and be like, what is the diet of
You wouldn't be able to cast message. You would have to come out of wolf if you would like to talk to Lonnie.
Oh, I'm not.
But you do find everything.
I just said I looked at Lonnie like as if I'm portraying.
All right. So if you replied to Maha, Maha will say it to Lonnie. So just if you talk to her, I will say whatever you say.
I will just kind of keep it like that. That you're kind of translating.
Maha will do it.
Does Lonnie know what the diet is of the people that are hunting her? Any cumin or saffron?
Funny you should ask. I was going to ask, would I know if saffron and cumin are basic Tyrian?
Always going to keep in mind that as you begin to kind of think back on it, only the filthy rich of Teria get to use spices like that. And if there were spices that heavy, that was one of those gluttonous pigs that were there, probably hands covered in grease, looking at extremely important documents and just not caring.
Well, that gives me an opinion. I would repeat that to them, that only the richest in Teria use spices on their foods.
Maha is going to put the stone. Oh, Maha's like, oh yeah, Gus gave us these. Maha puts these in this dog ear. Here.
Oh.
And then Maha gives one to Lonnie because she can't cast classes.
Lonnie already has one.
Oh, okay. Then Lonnie. Well, is it the one that? Are they all connected? Okay, and then Maha's like.
You can give one to Wilbur, if you like.
Okay, it goes to Wilbur then. And then Maha looks at
I appreciate
Rory.
that. Thank you.
These connected to Gustav?
To Gus. I don't know if they're to Gustav.
You mean Goose? I'm just kidding.
Oh, we also have one extra one because one was supposed to be for Little B, so we could give that one to Ronan or Lucy.
You see Lucy just kind of looking at you as a dog, kind of fumbling around the papers. Fuck are all you doing?
We're talking. Like, Lucy's heard all this.
No, but exactly. It's just, okay, so you've got a fucking map. You've got coordinates on it. It's a big old group of fucking assassins. You've got an assassin's playbook. Someone gave them a whole bunch of shit and they were probably being sent out to go kill some folk.
What the drawings are, like how the drawings, numbers, the math, whatever, are written, does that match what's on the map that Maha has? Like, is it the same lettering, same font?
Mm-mm.
So this isn't like a typewriter. You know how like a machine can like make an image.
Yeah.
You know, like if
No,
you...
this literally looks as if though this was done
What's-
by like blocks,
Oh,
like little
okay.
dots. Almost.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
Maha. Okay, that's a big deal. So Maha looks at everybody and is like making sure the ear thing is in. So Maha thinks this is made by machine. The machine we fought, you know, number ones as the thing. So Maha looks at Lonnie. So what do you think of smell that Rory can smell of the saffron?
I mean, it was probably some entitled POS who had his dirty fingerprints all over important documents.
Wait, didn't Osiris, somebody from Osiris's friends,
Would I know if Osiris was that slovenly?
Say that one more time.
Would I know if Osiris was that slovenly?
Oh, you know for a fact that he was not.
Okay.
Osiris didn't partake in heavy foods like that. He, for what it was, he was well built for reason, but it's also because he was a rampaging lunatic. But
Right.
So,
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You do know that the vulture could be. He was
Right.
called the vulture for a reason.
But we know, Maha is pointing out that we know that the vulture or someone with Osiris's group killed King of Helena. So maybe political person, maybe.
You hear
Any
Lucy?
hands on this?
Wait. What do you mean? Killed the King of Helena?
That's... Maha looks at Lonnie and Rory and Wilbur and is like, well,
So
assassination
We-
of old king.
Suspect that the Tyrians were involved in killing the old king, and now Windsor is king.
Windsor is a fucking king now, is he? Great.
That's what they said while we were in that room.
Maha
Fucking
points.
great.
Maha picks up a coin and looks at it and goes, "Look," and it's like the wind. Because
Yeah.
remember, I asked about the coins having
Yeah.
like a
The
minted.
coins have. Mm-hmm.
He had that minted kind of fast, didn't he? Unless he already had his own coin inside of his city.
Exactly.
Maha's like, yes. Maha thought that too.
When we were at Windsor's mansion and we were eating dinner there, was there saffron and cumin in the food?
Not that you can tell.
But
So
I don't think
remember-
there's a whole lot we can do about any of this except find Dristella, right?
Yeah, and number one.
Maha looks at you guys and is like, yeah. So remember, Maha looks specifically at Rory because Rory was with them. Remember the monster that we fought at Windsor's basement place? We
Yeah.
thought it was the Black Hand that caused all of this.
You see
But
Wilbur
now we
actually
know-
chime in when you say that.
Mhm.
Wait. Didn't Windsor say that, or was it just Tola that said that he had given her a way out to get
Yes.
her out
That
of
was
Rilasu?
Windsor.
So you're saying
Yes.
that he had her wife killed?
Well, at least for some reason, Tyrion people killed wife, Tyrion people killed old king. Maybe not for the same reasons, but they did it.
You hear Ronan chime up, And Winslow just so happened to be in the exact spot when that explosive went off to protect all of being burnt alive.
I think it was. I don't think he intended for the body to be incinerated for Gistella's wife. I think he wanted to save her. But
You see Ronan look at you. I'm actually gonna go and counter that.
I'm the
I think he
one.
wanted to kill them both.
If that were the case, he wouldn't have wrapped his wings around her.
Wait, around Gistala.
Yeah.
Oh, Gistala, but not.
Yeah, I'm the one that triggered the trap.
Good point. We keep thinking that we weren't being watched.
Oh no,
If you remember,
we were. The decimal
if
was
you remember,
released.
there was a decimal release inside that facility. He got rid of Mother Margaret, all on his lonesome. I think we've been played. I'm almost certain of it.
Is this Ronan talking, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Maha looks at Ronan and is like, but Aristotle was taken by the numbers. Seems very... But...
I had to guilt him into saving Aristotle.
What? What
You see
what
Lucy.
does Rory mean?
Remember, from my understanding, wait, I wasn't there, so I'm gonna go back. Don't pay me no mind.
He wasn't
Wilbur
going...
will say it. Well, he wasn't even gonna go and bother. It was Rory who did it, right, Rory?
He wasn't even going to send Mother Margaret to the plane. It was me that convinced him to. The Mother Margaret had information about the Night Hag's gem, and he wanted it, and I guilted him into doing it to save his child.
He wouldn't save his own child?
He was
in
words.
no fucking rush.
In his words, his wife and his child are expendable. He can always get new ones.
Maha eyes get real big at that. Maha tried to take Aristotle to Underdark. Apparently Aristotle weighs something, but not enough for whatever Windsor has planned. Maha gets real quiet at that, because Maha's like really freaked out.
Ronan slowly begins to he pulls an apple out of God knows where, as he always seems to have one. You hear a loud crunch as he's just kind of sitting there. We got played.
Maha's eyes get big.
I have no respect for someone who's going to
Maha looks
save
at
their own
Lonnie.
child.
Lonnie, does Lonnie think that Osiris is still alive?
Osiris.
I think that he was dead.
You see that Ronan actually chimes up Osiris.
But I think that one of his slaves, I'm betting that it was one of his slaves, came and collected the body.
Osiris was here. The Tyrian.
You know him.
Warlord.
Oh,
You know him.
Not personally.
Well,
I've heard of him.
He was also there for the fight at the inn. So he got...
Ronan?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't?
Mm-mm.
Ronan wasn't there.
Oh.
Ronan was gone way before that. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You see that he actually looks. A Tyrian
Oh, that-
warlord was here.
Yeah, that was
Ronan.
kind of my fault. Sorry.
So Ronan.
Are my faults? If
we
the
can-
Tyrians are involved in Helena politics, then he wasn't here just for me. I was just a bonus.
How did he find you?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Lonnie, you remember that little note?
He got... Somebody told him. But I don't know who that somebody was. I believe that it was not Voem. But I believe that it was a similar type of person.
Maha looks at Lonnie and is like, "Oh, okay." Maha wondered if maybe Lonnie should talk to someone that is dead about dead people if Osiris is dead or undead. Anyway, I think Maha thinks that Lonnie should, if Osiris is.
I want to check something real quick. You see that Wilbur picks up his hands. Give me a
Yes.
moment. You
Oh,
see that
okay.
Wilbur closes his eyes just for a second. Because I think that Fran would try to go and do something kind of wild like this.
Oh, there's a kitty. Sorry.
You see that Wilbur kind of closes his eyes for a second. His fingertips looking like the night sky for just a moment.
Wait, what? Wait. His fingertips look like the night sky?
Mhm.
Like he's doing some magic? Okay.
No, not
And
the
as he
keyboard.
stops, you see him look at all of you.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
Not sure.
Have-
He does take a moment, but he just kind of looks. Yes.
Having dealt with the Black Tongue God before, when I see the stars in his eyes, am I going to have any reminiscence to when I dealt with the Black Tongue God?
On his fingertips, just on his fingertips. He just seems
Or
to.
his fingertips.
Maybe. But Maha, I think you were gonna say something too, no?
Oh, I was saying that if I'm gonna just tell you guys what Maha is saying, even if Maha's really bad at saying it. If Osiris is undead, we need to talk to Vendela about that. If we think Osiris is dead, then maybe not.
Well, we had a running theory that he might have been a revenant, so if that were the case, do we know how revenants work? Or other than just...
I have no clue even what a revenant is, so I'm like,
As
I
you
don't.
say, as you say the word revenant out loud, Lonnie, feel a cold chill in the back of your spine, and the hairs on your neck stand up ever so slightly. And you see Wilbur. Osiris is alive but dead. I don't know.
Well, Wilbur was the one that floated the idea that he was a revenant. So he would have more of an inkling than any of us.
You just see him say that for a moment, and he just kind of nods his head. I think that could be an issue later on. Just keep that in mind. Or keep that in mind. Let me keep Wilbur's accent.
You might have to tell me who you're trying to be, so I'm like, Maha looks at Wilbur and is like, huh, Wilbur learned some new tricks.
All I know is I'm going to turn his body to ash when I see him next.
Maha looks at Lonnie and is like, I love that Osiris is named after the god of the dead, by the way, and we're like, anyway, Maha doesn't know that. So
you still see those little marbles from inside the well, you never opened up the tube.
not
but
yet.
You still have the book that you pulled from one's body.
Yes, Maha always goes to Wilbur for things that are very intelligent and history and smart people based, because Maha
Where'd you go?
is smart, but not in those ways. Maha is like, Maha looks at the book. Is there like a title on it, first of all?
Oh, Wilbur has
Maha-
the powder. He's supposed to see.
Yes.
You see when
I
he
saw
opens,
that.
when he Wilbur opens up the powder, you actually hear Lucy. Oh, drugs, drugs, as in narcotics. I mean drakes.
Oh.
Narcotics.
Oh, Maha wishes number 2 or Eric was here. Eric would know what this was.
Well, I can fucking tell you what that is.
Maha misses Eric. Oh, Lucy, you're so good for this
What the fuck
particular
did you just say?
thing.
And you just see that he kind of turns to Maha. What was that? And he just takes it back for a second. Anyways, yeah, it's fucking drugs.
Oh,
It's a
what kind?
stimulant.
Just cocaine.
A stimulant?
I hate to say it, but he kind of looks at it. He's just like, "Ooh, no, I don't particularly remember the name of it, but I know that From my understanding, if you go, you take a good old pass of it, you don't need to sleep for a whole day, and you get the temporary hit points of a full rest, but you suffer a level of exhaustion afterwards. The equivalent
Oh.
of speed.
Ah, so useful. Thanks, Lucy.
I always knew that my terrible, terrible childhood would be able to finally go and bear burden to our travels and our fucking adventuring.
When he says terrible
You don't use this
childhood,
stuff, do you?
Say again.
when he says terrible
You
child, oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Go for it, Lenny.
You don't use this stuff, do you?
Fuck no! I'm fucking crazy as is.
Good. It'll ruin your game.
Oh, Maha would like not.
You
to
see that
sleep.
he looks at Roy. What was that about terrible childhood? Roy?
Not mine.
Ah!
I'm sorry.
Maha laughs. Oh. Well, Maha looks at it. When we see Eric, let us make sure that Eric does not see.
You see that Lucy walks up to Rory. Terrible childhood is me being a piece of shit, not because of you, you fuck. It's fine. Don't overthink everything. Not everything's a jab at you. Not everything's gonna be me poking fun at you. And you see that he gently touches your tummy. Still pregnant?
I punch him harder than it should be.
He takes the
Oh,
hit.
It is Rory that has gained weight, not Maha.
Well, and you see that Ronan just kind of looks up at Lucy, and Lucy stops himself. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be better. Ronan's been teaching me. Bedside manner, he calls it. And you just see Ronan bite down into the apple again and just kind of look at him. Bedside manner. Bedside manner. I've been doing
Bedside
some
manner.
book learning as I've been out and away. So about that, Dad's good. Father Gord, he's doing all right.
What did
Family's good.
what did he have you do?
We did some moving. We did some following. Got them over to some friends that he knows. We'll have to head back to be able to go and tell them everything that's going around. But you know how it is. I will go and tell you this, if I'm going to be quite frank with you. He's looking a little bit thin in the face. He doesn't look like he's been eating much. So I've been trying to fatten up the fucker again. But you know how it is.
Ah. Maha just like watches you guys talk about family, and Maha is just a little in love with your family talk.
Oh, talking about that.
While
yes.
they're distracted,
Mhm.
Lonnie is going to grab the drugs
Hmm.
and make sure that the container is sealed
It is.
and put them in the bag of holding.
That's smart. The robot
And she's
baby
going
is
to
going to
attempt-
use them.
And she's going to attempt to do this casually, but so nobody sees her.
Roll a sleight of hand for me.
That's a 21.
Nice.
Jeez.
All of you with your passive perceptions of a 15, you're just so busy talking and whatnot. You see that Ronan has walked up to Rory. He's just gently, he's kind of laid back, but he's just gently passing his hand in her belly, not really paying attention to much anything. And you ran to the back. You three-shot that bitch.
Oh, Ronan.
Hmm.
Maha gets quiet for a second.
It's a good one.
Ronan, why? Ronan, have you been to Tyria?
No. But
Oh.
I do a lot of reading, and I'm quite fascinated with the death cults of Tyria.
How
Well,
do you
that's-
know about Osiris?
His family lineage goes by quite long. They've been one of the original slavers of Tyria for a long, long time. It's a mantle, you see. His actual name isn't Osiris. It's a title given to him. they lose their
Oh.
name after their first kill. They will, to go into matters a little bit darker. When they're children at the age of 12, they're given a slave, and they are to take care of the slave until they reach the age of 18. And as they become adults, they pledge their allegiance to their gods, and they kill their slave with their bare hands to go and show that they are better than those underneath them.
Oh. Oh.
If you ever see,
so brutal.
the Terrans are a brutal group of people.
Aaron,
You s-
disgusting culture.
So what
Not all
do
of it's so bad.
Tyrians? Why would Tyrians kill a king in Helena? Is it money? Are they paid for?
Assassins. I'll be honest with
Mhm.
you. From my understanding, there was an assassins guild here, wasn't there?
Yes.
At least I think. I could be wrong.
No, I've dealt with them before.
You might want to talk to them. Maybe they know what's up.
Maha gets quiet. So why would Windsor act like the assassins of Tyria were in fact the assassins of the Black Hand? What?
Well, you never saw the assassins. We never saw them.
What made you think it was the Black Hand?
Because Windsor said it, and Drisdella assumed it.
Also, yes, Justala is protected.
Inspiration point for you, Roy.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Ooh. Yes, exactly that. Maha does not.
And
know
from what
why
you
there
remember,
would
the
be
creature
that.
was calling out heathen. It was saying blasphemer and all these other things, but it never said that it was from the Black Hand. It never said that it was sent by Dristala. Forgive me, by Peredra. It just
So,
that was the assumption. There was
So-
an assumption that they were sent by the Black Hand.
we know.
Also, they were taken by their family was taken. Remember, Rory?
Mm-hmm.
They said their family was going to have something bad happen to them. That's very drow-like, but I guess lots of evil people exist. So,
Rory,
Yes.
roll an intelligence check for me with advantage because you got real close.
Well, I would like to say my theory first, is see if I'm right.
Please do it.
I think he wants, not Wilbur, the dragon guy. What's his name? Windsor.
Windsor.
Lord Windsor.
I think he wants
King of the West, if you will,
Shut the fuck
politely.
up! Shut the fuck up, Windsor.
no!
I think he wants Drisdella to kill her sister.
That's why I'm like, I'm trying to get one of you guys to say something like, why would they care?
Why does Windsor want Dristala or us or both to think that it was
Yeah.
the Black Hand that
Yeah,
killed
Windsor's
Dristala's
wanting
wife?
us to blame the drow.
What would be the consequences of that if we thought that the drow had killed Dristala's wife?
She would
The
want
consequences
revenge.
are kind of clear. She said that she would go to the Underdark with you under one condition: we kill Ilzat. A condition that you promised that you would.
She did not say Ilzat. She said her sister first, and then it was added on that she wanted to kill Ilzat as well. But first, it was her sister, and we were like, "That's kind of dark that you want to kill your own family." And she's like, "Well, take it or leave it." And then when
Maha
we
was like all on board. It was like, yeah, let's go.
So what happens if the drow queen dies? Does Dristala become queen? Or
in theory, that's what she said.
is
In theory.
somebody else primed to take that position?
Sadly, just don't know enough about the political environment of the Underdark, which is actually done on purpose. Most people don't, unless you were present in the Underdark, asking people that were there. These are questions that I'm not even gonna make you roll for. You just wouldn't know. They keep things very secret.
But these are questions that make us think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And yeah. So is Rory rolling intelligence?
or was that
Yeah,
correct?
roll the intelligence check for me with advantage.
What is this?
You've got
Is this like a history kind of thing, or?
It's like a history thing, yeah. Roll history with it. It's recalling a memory.
Okay. 11 or a 21.
oh damn.
You have a moment. You remember the opening of that orb, showing that throne with the mind flare body stuck to it.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the slightest moment, you remember the handmaiden that became that Drider abomination.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a glimpse in your mind of you hitting the glass. And all of a sudden you have a realization. They really did look a little bit alike, didn't they?
Wait, who looked alike?
Just Della and
The handmaiden that became the monster before she did. You remember the eyes. Her elven eyes, her drow eyes. And you remember the abomination inside that pod that you just destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So she
And
was.
oddly
okay.
enough, you feel
What?
those eyes look so similar that maybe they could have been family.
I'm sorry, I don't know what we're talking about. When did the handmaiden become a Drider?
That when she drunk some type of concoction,
The handmaiden
that's when
drank
she
something.
and that's when she became that creature, saying that they have my family. You don't know what they'll do to them. And she drunk it.
Wait. You said in the memory with the
And you
mind
remember-
flayer trapped to the chair. Is this a
All
different
that happened.
memory?
No, this happened. No. This is just her going back, and this isn't from or nothing. This isn't from like a little memory sphere. This is Roy remembering at
Oh,
Windsor
the
Castle.
creature we fought. Okay.
Creature
sorry.
that you fought, the handmaiden that became that creature. Her eyes, all of a sudden, you remember the same almond-shaped eyes, the same dark brown eyes, and they look so familiar to you for a moment because maybe, just maybe, that person inside that pod was family to this handmaiden. Maybe you found out where her family may have been.
Okay. That fucking sucks.
Is number one's book still on the table?
It is.
I'm gonna reach over and pick it up and start flipping through it.
Maha
While
will look
everyone's
next to Lonnie because Maha hasn't looked through it yet. Maha's interested.
Ronnie like leans over at Maha and
Maha
holds
is
it so
So-
that they both can see.
As you open it and you begin to read, you see it right when you open it. You see that there's something that's handwritten. Lonnie, you have trap sense. So you get to roll this dexterity save with advantage.
Oh, awesome! I should have assumed that was going to happen. Why? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a dexterity.
It is, and I'm going to go and let you roll that dexterity save with advantage. Actually, yeah, and if you beat it because of the ring of evasion, you'll be able to go and take no damage.
Nice.
So,
Ring of evasion.
Well, I rolled a 12. The ring of evasion lets me automatically succeed.
Okay. So give me one sec.
When you fail a dexterity saving throw while wearing it, you can use your reaction to succeed instead. So I will go ahead and do that.
Sure.
If
18, 19. So, you see Lonnie absentmindedly just open the book. And as she does, you read on the very first page, smile. And right when you do, the book explodes with the exploding ruin that is on it. It is a modified spell. And as you fling the book forward, you see, which I'm so glad that you didn't get caught with that, because I rolled an insane amount of damage for that just now. And you said that you evade it completely, correct?
yes, if my 12 is not enough to evade it, then I will use my ring of evasion to automatically succeed.
You see,
Do I need to
deathly, all of a
dodge?
sudden, the ring just glows, and Lonnie throws the book forward, and as she throws it forward, you hear, and the book turns to dust.
Oh.
And as it does, just for the smallest moment, you could swear that you hear one smiling and laughing on the other side of hell, wherever he's at.
Yeah, I should have expected that.
I rolled
that was
38
great.
points of damage just now.
I mean, that
As
is not even
you
half
s-
of Lonnie's hit points, but
you see that
I'm
everyone jumps
glad not
up.
to take it.
I would have been almost dead if I got. if I
Yeah,
had
it's
done
good
that.
that I was holding it, not Maha.
Boom, Sarah running. Yes.
I think this would be a great time to jump to a commercial break. So
With that said, and Lonnie saves her eyebrows and some of her nose hair as she jumps out of the way of this modified glyph. We'll take a break. And thank you for watching. We'll be right back. You want to Welcome back to Legion, everyone, and I'm your intrepid DM. And here we are with our adventurers. We are going to be without a Wilbur tonight. They are not feeling well. Their player characters not feeling too hot, so they're going to be taking a little bit of a rest. But with that being said, the day has trailed on quite a bit, and it does seem as if though night has come. You spend some hours, you do get food, reminisce about things that have happened.
We get
You seem to have
exploited.
caught, although as the nighttime hits, you do remember that tomorrow morning you might want to look at the tube that had those little items in it. You might want to check it for traps too. But you all have your little rooms. All of you, you
Is
see
there
that
anything left over of the book? I'm sorry, I don't
no,
mean to interrupt.
that book is absolutely destroyed.
Damn
Can I
it.
find Boehm before we go to bed? Before I go to bed?
Oh, you see that he walks you up to your rooms.
Wait. I would like
Okay.
to really explore all the stuff we have together, if that's possible.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
You guys tell me. But
The only thing
he-
we've got left is that tube, right?
mhm. Then we can go and say that after the explosion, Vorm does come out, and after you guys kind of calm him down from freaking the fuck out, he does take a moment.
Back to the
Yes,
room.
Lonnie.
Did you get my letter?
You see that he stops and he looks. And for the first time, you see Vorm genuinely smile. I did. I appreciate your letter very much.
I'm glad.
With that being said, I don't really get gifts from friends very often without asking anything in return.
Aw.
May I ask, is there something that Vorm can do for you?
No. I did not have any expectations of receiving anything when I gave it to you. Just a gift.
Out
No strings attached.
of character, what letter did you send Voem?
I wrote a letter and I sent it to Daniel and said that Lonnie wanted to send this letter to Boehm.
You see that he does stop for a second, and he doesn't hide it. I always wondered what the sands were like. I deeply appreciate you for telling me. I haven't traveled to Terria much myself, and the only times I have has been to do things in the middle of the evening. I don't really get to see it when the sun is out much.
Yeah.
But I'm very thankful. I have something for you.
Oh?
A small gift from a friend. Oh, did you hear
Thank you.
yell at me just now?
Yes, he did.
This speech is very angry at me because I'm not paying attention to it. Forgive me, everyone. Oh, I am. Allow me. Mint. You see a little white cat? It has what seems to be a little envelope in their mouth. Give.
Oh,
Give. Give me, please. And you see that puts it in his hand. Good cat. Now, go. You see it run off.
Is the strangest cat.
What cat? And you see that he looks at you and he just hands you the envelope. I wanted to share this with you since I received your letter. I thought it was very kind.
Thank you.
So, I made you a recipe.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I don't get to talk to people about my passion for cooking much. Forgive me, I'm raising my voice again. I get very excited when I talk about it. But
It's okay.
perhaps in another life, I could have been a baker. Maybe even a chef. Oh, I don't think that I could do that now anymore. A lot of things have happened since then. Have you ever wanted to be something else, Lonnie, that you aren't now?
I haven't, actually. I'm doing what I'm following my childhood dreams.
Mm. to follow one's dream. How sweet.
My da used to tell me stories of adventures, and they always sounded quite exciting. And that was what I wanted to do.
My father's still alive, you know. He's very old now. Probably too old to remember me, I think. I haven't seen him in a long time. And my mother, I think, is still alive. But I haven't seen her in a long time either. You know how it is when you begin to live your life out on your own.
Yeah, it's hard.
Mm.
Do you ever send your parents letters? I try to send my dad a letter once a month or so. Let him know I'm still around.
You know what? Perhaps I should. I haven't spoken to them in a long time. I don't think that they would like the person that I've become.
Oh. Well, for what it's worth, I like the person that you are.
That's a very kind thing for a friend to say, but that's what friends do, right?
You do. It is.
And I do consider you a friend, Lonnie.
I consider you a friend.
That's very kind of you. Perhaps my annotations of friend might be a little bit different from yours. But can I share a secret with you?
Of course.
He gets in very close. Very, very close. You almost feel his whiskers kind of pass across the side of your face.
Lonnie, leans down because she's probably twice as tall as he is.
You are very much taller than he is. He's very short.
And Lonnie is tall for a human female.
How tall is Boom?
Oh, Vom's like 5'2".
Oh, okay.
And Boom are the same height. Or very close.
Yes.
She's,
You see that
she is like 5'10".
He gets very close. Oh, I just wanted to let you know. I'm very happy to see all of you alive. Don't tell everyone that. I need to maintain my appearance of being cold-hearted. I can't have everyone thinking that I'm always everyone's friend. You know how that is.
What would the neighborhood think?
He seems lost in thought for a moment
Lonnie,
when you say that.
Lonnie, winks and grins to make sure that he knows that she's joking.
The sarcasm goes right over his face, and you see it in it. He just nods. Perhaps I should go and talk to the neighborhood. I don't go out much outside of this place.
He's a friendly
But this isn't really my home. I just have little locations here and there, things here and about that I like to check on. I will ask you one thing before I leave.
Yes?
You understand that just because one is dead, that does not mean that Prime will stop hunting you. Correct?
Yes.
Best of luck to you.
We shall have to deal with him at some point. If not, you will deal with us.
If not, he shall deal with us. He just walks away.
I open my letter. It's a recipe?
It's an absolutely beautiful calligraphy. And it's a recipe for pudding.
Pudding. Okay.
That seems very Bohem-esque.
Yes.
What is the main flavor? Is it like chocolate or
Tapioca.
Ugh. Sorry, I hate tapioca pudding.
Me too.
He's giving you a recipe for tapioca pudding, but you
Okay.
notice that you can tell that it was written with love. It was written probably a little hastily because may have been excited. But you see that there's little notes on the bottom of it. Sometimes I'll add an extra spoon of sugar if I'm feeling spicy that day, and just little things here and there. But that's pretty much what you got. You take a good hard look at it. There's no magic on it. There's nothing to it. This is an honest to goodness pudding recipe.
Okay.
There's a pudding recipe and a child pudding.
And the oddest thing is that you actually hear Umber whisper gently in your left ear. Huh. Not what I expected him to give you. You have very odd compatriots, champion.
He has a good contact to cultivate.
Perhaps.
And people are cute when they share you what they're excited with.
People are cute. People. I think that the tall gentleman likes you. The one with your friends.
I think he does. He was checking out my ass earlier.
Your ass. You don't have a beast of burden with you.
What? Nobody gets social cues in this game.
Common. People have taken that term and they use it to mean, like the butt.
The butt.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
The thing you don't have.
You kind of hear it, and you could tell if a demi creature could be embarrassed. It is. Oh, and you just feel the voice leave.
That is amazing.
And there you
Ooh.
That was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You've got the.
Yeah, so I stow the recipe, and I guess we're going to bed. Is that what we're doing? Or are we
No,
looking
no,
at
no! I got stuff I gotta do.
Okay. Let's go.
You hear Maha? No, I've got things.
Also, we have a baby. We need to probably talk to you at some point. But all right. So Maha is still looking at the maps, and Maha reaches in the cloak and pulls out the map from the sophisticated and talented St. Montgomery.
Yeah.
And Maha hasn't looked at it in a while, but Maha is sure to pull out the invisible ink and sits there and stares at it. And now I have cartographer tools, and I would definitely like to see if I could put, if anywhere on this map I can put the coordinates.
Like to match the coordinates to the map that you have?
Yes. The St. Montgomery map, which I know doesn't go quite down into the labyrinth, so I don't know what I'm gonna look at. So
you do notice that the St. Montgomery map is not as in depth as these coordinates seem to be. The St. Montgomery map seems to be very, very generalized. Seems to be just a general location of where these targets were.
And there's
they don't match.
El Azul doesn't. It's nowhere in El Azul then.
It is somewhere in El Azul, it seems, but sadly, there seems to have been some changes. There seems to have been some hiccups here and there, but as you look at the map, you realize one thing is still the same: the location of fair address. You notice that there's one number on this map and the map from the bounty hunter that Montgomery gave you. Fair addresses number still 100% the same. But that seems to be the only one. Everything else seems to be changed. But good on you checking.
Okay, so one of the coordinates we know is where Vergis. Is it like her castle, or?
There's a very good possibility that that might be where the stronghold of the Ilasul royal family is. Yes.
Okay, and then I think that the other one might be just outside the shoe.
Okay.
And then the other one, I don't have a clue where it is.
Other one you have no earthly idea.
Who I know.
So is it like, you know how coordinates will say north, south, east, west? You know, like at least I'll know. Oh, I don't. So even, okay, so it's. So if I were to go to a map maker and I want to get a map to think of where I could find these coordinates, would I know what to ask?
Yeah, you could probably go and show them and go and say, "Hey, I'm looking to go see what these coordinates are. Do you have anything that might be able to go and show me?" You might be able to pull it off, but you need an expert map maker.
But wait a second.
Map maker.
But wait a second. You said that there isn't any letters on there. It's just numbers.
Just numbers.
Then it's impossible to get it without knowing which, because then it won't even tell you what region it's in. How would a map maker?
Something seems to be missing.
So even an expert map maker wouldn't be able to do it without the letters.
Well, so Maha, remember, it's a bunch of like formulas. Maha is making sense of them.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they're all numbers, they might. I don't know if it's like translating into the letters too.
From the natural 20 that you rolled, you realize now that you're starting to look at map. And Lonnie, with your help looking at the map as well, since you're all kind of sitting there, Lonnie kind of realizes too. There's no letter. Excuse me. There's no letters here. There's no anything. We don't even know north from south. But as you look at it, you begin to realize it's because there's something missing. Your mind begins to. All of you kind of seem to realize, well, shit. It's not that Seven left it on purpose. Maybe he just got some of it. You're missing half. And it just clicks in your minds as you're going through all of it. It's just like, this son of a bitch. If someone took it, and most likely Seven, he's got the other half.
Oh. So this goes back to the question, did number 7 leave this on purpose, or was it an accident, or did number 7 assume nobody would understand it?
You seem to have gotten the short end of the stick on that one.
So number 7 has half the coordinates, or like half the other half of where it is?
Just an assumption.
Okay.
And it takes you guys a few hours. Now it's starting to get a little bit into the night hours. Anything else that you got on your mind, Maha?
Maha's wondering if Maha should take the magical powder in order to look at the cylinder with marbles in it. Maha does not want to sleep until Maha understands.
That's up to you.
Maha's gonna like, are you guys about to go to bed?
Kind of hanging out
if
with you.
You're gonna. Lonnie will wait.
Oh, Maha's going to try to wake up, and Maha's like, so Rory and Lonnie are staying up too? And Wilbur?
If you're.
Wilbur wasn't feeling too hot. I'm so sorry. Say again?
You're opening that. I want to be here.
Okay. Maha would like to go get coffee for everybody from the bar.
Oh, you don't even have to. You can go and ring a bell and you see that some coffee's right up to you. You see that Sarah, the barmaid.
I would like to talk to Leona. So I'm
sure.
I'd like to go up and talk to her.
You can head on down. You see that
And
she's
you
there by
guys-
her lonesome now.
If you guys want to talk between yourselves, Maha is going to talk to Leona real quick because Maha's a little sleepy.
As Maha's going down, Rory, Lonnie, you're there probably for the first time. Just you guys, just kind of there for a moment. You see that Ronan's an old man. He always goes to sleep early. He's never been very good with staying up, and he just kind of falls asleep with his hand on your stomach. And you see that Lucy's wide awake. hands crossed, looking out through the window, picking in his teeth a little bit.
So, Rory,
Yeah.
who do you think would win in a fight between me and Lucy?
You.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, hands down.
You say that loud enough for him to hear?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That was Lonnie's purpose. Lonnie intentionally said it loud enough to catch his name, or to catch his attention.
Wait. One,
Is that the
it's
only word you know
inappropriate.
how to say?
No, I also know the word fuck. I'm quite fluent in that word. So here's the thing. One, you never even seen me fight, and of course Rory's
That's why
gonna
I
go and
asked
say,
Rory. She's seen both of us fight.
Rory, you grew up with me.
Yeah, I can beat
You
you
see
in
me
a
do
fight.
wonderful things.
I can beat you in a fight.
I let you beat me in a fight. You're pregnant.
I
Different.
always am not pregnant, you know. I can still beat you.
Maybe you've always been pregnant and you didn't know.
I love
Pregnancy is a
Lucifer's.
convenient excuse, isn't it?
I'm just saying, and plus, we can settle that. I'm not afraid to. I'm not going to beat up a woman. I mean, that doesn't sound right. Beside manner. I'm not
Lonnie.
afraid to fight a warrior.
Lonnie leans towards him a little bit and says, "We'll settle it."
Sure, we can do that. Yeah.
Right now?
And he just. No. Well, I mean, we could now, and you see that, and you literally see Ronan,
Lucy looks a little
eyes
tired.
closed.
We should do it when we're both fresh.
In that moment, as you say that, Ronan, eyes closed, hand shoots up, puts his hand on his hand, and puts his hand back down on his chest. Well, Father's telling me I can't do it because he's a fucking party poop, and as usual, I've got to go and act like if I'm a normal person, but that's fine. And plus, it's a small room, and there's people here. I don't want to go get nobody hurt. That usually happens when we start rough-a-gagging all over the place. But anyways, but that's besides the point. That
You're
is
an
bes-
awful lot of excuses coming from you, Lucy.
You know, I've never wanted to hit a woman on purpose.
You know, the courtyard
But I'm
is
kind of-
right outside.
I mean, you see Ronan pick up his hand again in the morning, please.
It's like trying to sleep, and you guys are like
He
trying to stay awake.
just nods. So, by the way, out of the complete and utter fuckery of it all, how the fuck did me and Ronan get here, by the way? No one seems to have even asked that question, and Ronan hasn't been able to answer it either.
Vendella.
What?
What did Vandella do?
He transported you, is what I thought. To DM, that's what you told me, correct?
That's what seems to have happened.
And also Vendella BT dubs to everybody else. We've seen Vendella and all of the Migonettes, his like minions, disappear from town, like portal out. We're not really sure what they do, but
So, the crazy man, the man with the mask, just teleported us for shits and giggles.
No, he did it because I died. And he sent you to the plane I was at.
Why is it every fucking time I leave for longer than 5 goddamn days, every fucking time I come back, there's nothing but fuckery? Every fucking time.
Magic?
I'll be honest. I assumed that this was your normal.
It is, but it shouldn't be. We should just be fighting things and breaking fucking heads and snapping things in half. But no, we have to go and have whatever the fuck Vendella is. What the fuck is he anyways? Is he a man? Is he a woman? Is he, or maybe I don't. What is it?
He's an undead cleric.
You see that he puts his hands over Ronan's ears. Come again.
You heard me.
He's a very nice person
Hmm.
who seems to do a lot of good for the people. He heals.
He's the leader
he
of the
gives food
Dudok.
to the hungry.
He's revived a woman from death. He helped with me.
We're gonna talk about this in the morning, you and I. In detail. Don't say it to Ronan. He'll get upset.
I'm not going to hide this from Ronan. He'll just have to get
I'm-
used to having an undead in his life.
I'm not convinced that he's not listening to every word that we're saying.
Oh no, he's knocked the fuck out. It's a superpower, I swear to God. If the fucker puts his head on a pillow, he's gone.
My-
That's why he doesn't do watch. It's awful. I don't know how the fuck he does it. You know,
Also,
anyways,
also, when I was dead, I saw Prime.
okay, sure.
There's a lot to unpack in that sentence.
Part the fucking course. Sure, you saw a fucking Prime. You saw Prime. You died. You came back. Some
I want to
undead
jab my
magic
finger into like Lucy's chest like really hard and be like, "Do you think it's easy dying? Do you have to give me all this shit?"
well, dying is rather easy, isn't it? You just kind of die.
When came back, that's
Let's
not so
live.
easy.
Living's the hard part.
Oh, you just shut the fuck up so I can talk. Always blabbering, really. I should have left you
You
in the
missed me.
forest. I
I
really
can
should
tell
have left
that
you
you
in the
do.
forest.
Why am I leaving in the fucking forest? What the fuck was I gonna do in the forest?
Die!
talk like that.
You're going to die. I should have left you for the bears.
One, you see me fight a bear before because it got too fucking close. You know how it goes. I'll kill it.
Mm.
You-
With his, I can lean over and like put my hand on Lonnie's arm with his bare hands. So he says,
It's not so he says, it's because he did.
Y'all
There's
are
a
so
fucking difference. She missed me. It's just the way that it is. Whenever I've been away for a while. You know, your poor husband's gonna fucking die from shock tomorrow. I want you to know that. I need you to understand that whatever devil magics that were used to bring you back, hopefully you have him on hand. So when the man has the fucking heart attack and he dies in front of you, that you feel free to just extend your hand out and go, oh, and bring him back. I'm just letting you know.
Why is he gonna die tomorrow? Why didn't he do that today?
It takes a moment
Oh,
to build
track.
up.
Okay, track. Gotcha.
I mean, jeez. You've been around these folks too long. I can see it already. They've begun to infiltrate your... But talking about that, about folks, what happened to the wee little pussycat? The one that him and I got some things to talk about still.
"Oh,
Two.
two.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
you were referring to. I
that
thought the
one.
DM was transitioning to Maha."
I'm about to in a second. I'm talking about two right now.
Oh, he's at the what is it called? The entrance to the Underdark?
You know, I feel like that phrase, weird little pussycat, can describe a number of people that we know.
It's true.
I'm talking about the one with
weird
the
pussycats.
with the poison daggers and the drug addiction. That one.
The one with the poison.
He and Dristala and Fernway went down to the Underdark, and we're gonna meet up with them.
He
in 4
doesn't
days.
know who two of those people are.
I have no idea who that is, but he's still alive then, yeah?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're not gonna kill him, yeah? 'Cause he saved my life too, and us. Plenty of times. He saved your life too. Or does that not matter?
You get one.
Bedside
He's got
manner.
one.
Bedside manner. Isn't that what you're learning?
He's not dead yet. That does not mean that he doesn't deserve one good solid ass whipping for being a cunt. And right when he says that, Maha, you make it down to Sarah, to Leona right at the bar, and she's just.
Oh, I have some lights in front of me, and they're like going into seizures, and I'm like, Maha is going up to the bar where Miss Leona is. Maha comes up and sits on the stool, and Maha is a little sleepy, so Maha is looking at Leona, wondering if she's about to go to bed.
She looks at you. Can I help you?
Oh, you're not gonna tell me anything about her, are you? Okay. Maha is looking at Leona and is a little bit worried of his friend Sarah, and he's sad to, Maha's a little bit worried about Sarah, and Maha shakes their head and is like, hello, Leona, Miss Leona. Maha actually goes real quiet. So, Maha has been told this is very rude to ask, so please forgive Maha, but Maha doesn't know why this is rude, but is Leona old? Maha just looks as like expectantly. This is how I get away with this.
What is your definition of old?
Maha looks at their forefingers. Maha thinks Maha is 20 something years old, maybe 22. So,
You see, she lights a cigarette and she just sits just like this, watching you.
So Maha thinks oldest thing Maha's ever talked to, probably Lord Windsor is probably pretty old. Who else is old? Maybe 200 years old. Maha knows mini drow.
Are you asking if I'm 200 years old, Maha?
Yes.
Maybe. Why would you like to know?
Maha goes a little quiet. So, Maha has had lots of trouble finding answers from people that are maybe close to Maha's age. So Maha does not know where to find answer, but so 22 years ago, does Leona know any weird things that happened?
You know, now that you mention it, there was seems to be a few things that happened.
I guess in like
I think well, there was an eclipse, from my understanding.
Oh.
I know that a civil war broke out in Teria. There was a massacre not too far from Helena that the Inquisition of Paladins was created to deal with. And to be honest, there's just certain things that I remember here and there. And I would have sworn that there was a meteor. So there's some type of big fire in the sky or something like that.
Oh. So.
That's all I can remember,
Maha.
though.
Oh wow. Okay, so meteor. Maha does not know how old Maha is. Maha was probably not alive then, or maybe was becoming alive. So,
You mean born?
oh yes, yes. Maha was manufactured to be Maha, and but Maha was underground as early as Maha remembers. So Maha did not see Sky until more recently, but Maha is gonna look.
Maha was
at...
manufactured and never saw the sky until recently.
Oh yes, Maha saw darkness inside a shoe for a long time.
So Maha lived inside of a shoe.
Yes.
They were manufactured and placed in the shoe.
Maha assumes so. But
An assumption. Does Maha know who placed them in the shoe? Or was that just where you were manufactured at?
Maha does not know. Maha's never thought about that. But Maha knows that lots of does Leona wonder sometimes about things keep happening over and over and over, and maybe if we look at all of those things one at a time, they seem random, but Maha looks at them all at once and seems like a pattern. Ever have that happen to Leona?
You see, she looks at you for a moment and she contemplates you. You feel that her eyes go deep, deep, deep into you. And she slowly pulls out her hand and she scruffs up your head. I think that as someone of your proclivity would see patterns in things that others wouldn't. So perhaps you are seeing a pattern. Or maybe just very tired.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But Maha thought this when Maha was awake too today.
Sure.
So
What can I help you with?
Maha goes a little quiet. Oh! Maha would really appreciate some coffee. For me and Lonnie and Rory and no, Lucy doesn't need any coffee. Maybe one for Ronan if Ronan wants one. And yeah, Wilbur's asleep. Yes. So 3. Or 4. 4.
You know, I've been told that certain creatures out there in the world, they like to listen to thoughts like that, trying to find patterns and things, knowledge. The gods do have a bit of a sense of humor, but I've been told that the devils, they even have a better one.
Ooh.
She
Maha
smiles
thinks
at
no
you
one wants
wickedly
to.
for a moment. Just for a moment, you see all of her teeth. She smiles at you.
Oh, she's so pretty and creepy. I love her. Maha, it's just Maha, like, has seen like flashes of her look like other things, right? Maha has a very funny definition of beauty as well. So Maha's like, who would want to listen to Maha's patterns? Maha seems to
I'm
find
listening now.
nobody.
Oh, I'm listening very intently right now, aren't I?
Maha appreciates.
The devil is in the details, Maha.
Maha keeps seeing things that do not make sense. And a lot of it coordinates with a number of 22 years ago, including maybe when Maha began to exist in the shoe. And also, our enemies seem to have started to do things 22 years ago. And
Can I share a
lots
secret,
of
Maha?
things. Please, Maha
You
needs
want
to
to
know
hear it?
things.
That's true. Maha needs to know things.
Mm-hmm.
22
Maha
years
would be.
ago was the first time that Vom died. Did you know that?
Oh. What does Leona mean? Vom died.
Exactly what I said. People die all the time and come back. You didn't know that?
Like Rory?
Like Rory. But Vom came back a little bit different. Like I said, the devil is in the details, really. And the delicious little details. You know,
Maha.
for such an interesting soul like yours, I'm sure that you can find someone that'd be very happy to listen to the patterns. Would that be something you'd be interested in, Maha?
Yes, no one listens to Maha very much, so Maha would really appreciate that if Leona could help find someone like that.
Really?
Ah, yes.
She leans in just a little bit closer. I'm very interested in your patterns, Maha. She stares at you dead in the eyes. You see almost a little bit of a reddish gleam go over her irises now. So,
Did Leona help Vom come back from death?
are you trying to find out secrets, little one?
Oh,
I can help you with that. I'm a bit of a caretaker of secrets.
well, Maha knows there are prices for secrets. Maha knows that very well, especially with Vom as a friend.
It's
My
nothing that you would
friends taught me
miss.
that.
And you see that she leans in very close and she
Gosh.
puts her hand on the bottom of your chin. She takes your face up to her. Just soul. You wouldn't even feel it. And right when she says that, you hear and she pulls her hand back and she turns and you see Vom. Oh, I thought I heard a little bit of a discussion outside. Forgive Sarah, she forgets. Forgive Leona. She forgets her place from time to time. And he just stares. You see Leona pull her hand back. I'll bring those coffees up to you, love. And she taps you on the hand. And she walks into the back. You see Vom, what seems to be in pajamas and a long sleeping gown and a little hat. I would be very mindful of who you share your secrets with. Souls are more important than you think. Good night.
Oh, yes, Maha. Maha thinks souls are important. Souls are difference between, clockwork and living thing. And Maha nods. Maha kind of like takes or we don't have coffee yet. Maha kind of like walks by Voem and then looks at Voem and says, Voem, may Maha ask a small favor, not as a friendly friend.
It's very late, Maha.
It's
What
okay.
favor could I possibly give you?
Just would Voem talk to Rory in maybe morning? Maha is very worried about Rory. Almost, well, Maha saw Rory die and it was very scary. And Maha does not think Rory will talk to Maha about it, but maybe Rory will talk to someone who has died.
Who's died, Maha?
Maybe Maha should not have said, but Leona told me you died.
Did she?
Please do not be mad at Leona. I think Leona was trying to help Maha in another way.
I look very much alive, don't I? You see, he pokes his face. Am I not standing in front of you? Am I not breathing?
Well, that does not work because Rory is also alive and Rory is very dead.
Good point. You see that Leona comes out and she gives out the coffees. There you are, little one. Have an excellent slumber. And she turns to Vom and she smiles, and you see that Vom's face.
Oh,
Good
damn.
night, Leona.
Man, he's mad at her.
Good night, Master.
Oh, damn.
She walks off. And you see Vom. Good night, Maha.
Oh, okay.
And maybe, just maybe, you should ask Ronan about that. I think he would be the better person to go to. Good night.
Okay. Good night, Boem. I like your pajamas.
I like them too. And you see that he walks behind Leona. As Maha makes their way back, you are all there with your coffees as we begin to wrap up for the evening. What else are we doing?
Fourth time
I
Maha's
want
almost lost
to-
their soul to something.
I want to check that tube for traps.
Oh, I think said the coffee for traps. I was like, oh,
It's the coffee
that
for
would
traps.
be bad. I guess we're getting paranoid in our late nights.
You
They're like,
see,
oh crap.
Rory puts a finger in it just in case. It's coffee. It's just plain old coffee.
So Maha has another coffee, and I know Ronan's passing out, so Maha's gonna
Ronan's gone. Ronan is gone. He is not even within this realm of existence. He's
Maha's gonna like lift it up under their nose.
gone.
He has a
Guess
tendency
Maha will
of
have to
doing
drink
that.
Ronan's.
Oh no, what a shame.
And Maha keeps it away from Lucy. And like double fist.
You see that Lucy's starting to fall. Lucy's pretty much falling asleep too, and you see that he's cuddled up really well with Wilbur. He's just kind of, and you notice two very large people, kind of taking up the bed together as they just
Two very large people. Furbolg and a giant man.
I got a 22 to check that thing for traps.
Oh, thank God. You have to make
So-
up for that, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Rory, as you're sitting there and you're gently having your fiance's hand on your stomach, you feel like the slightest moment a kick as you hear. You deactivate the trap inside the tube, and you see three little spheres, what seems to be little fog inside of them, roll out onto the table.
Do these look like the memory
Are
spheres
they
thingies?
memory?
Yeah.
They look very much like memories.
I pick one up.
You hold it in your hand and you see the little bit of mist and fog roll around in it for just the slightest of moments. But nothing
So
happens.
I still have the old one, my
You
old
do?
one that had my old memories in it.
Mhm.
Maha takes it out and kind of looks at it and compares it.
You notice looks exactly built the same way, but oddly enough, yours is empty. Just a little glass sphere now.
I don't actually know how to look at one of these things.
Ooh. Maha. And you touched it, right?
I picked it up, and I'm like holding it between my two fingers and
Rory and
rolling
Maha,
it
you see
around
it?
on my hand.
You see
and...
that you see Lonnie kind of. Nothing seems to happen though.
Man, I wish Ronan was awake or Wilbur was awake. I don't really want Lucy to be awake.
Lucy's asleep.
Probably in the morning.
Oh.
Are they different colors? Like Maha is going to like take one
Nope.
carefully
They
and
seem
look at
to
it.
all be the same color, the same little gray little mist.
So,
Maha looks. Go ahead.
Solani, when you snuck the memory into Maha's pocket, how did that activate for Maha?
I don't know.
Good
I do
question.
know that it was in Maha's pocket for at least half a day before.
Oh,
For at least
Maha
half a
had
day.
a dream.
Let's each take one and go to sleep with it.
Ho 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 ha.
Okay. Lonnie puts the one in her hand in her pocket.
Bloop.
And
Rory, do you take one as well? Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Lonnie. Yes.
Oh, I think bed is starting to look like a good idea. She
Rory,
stretches.
you take one as well, and Maha, do you take the third?
Maha looks at Rory. Rory, do you think I should take this one? Or should Wilbur take this one?
Wilbur's already asleep.
That's true. Maha does not look super excited about taking on these memories. Because Maha did not have so much good memories in the last one took. Maha nods. Okay. Maha would like to point at each of them. Bad dreams can really hurt, so Maha is going to give you a little bit of reinforcement from my bulwark of law. So I'm just gonna give you guys some extra hit points. I'm not sure if this is gonna matter, but we're about to go to sleep, so I'm going to give each of you 2 d8s of hit points.
Roll it real quick. Go for it.
So you guys can, if you guys want to roll,
So
do
we
I
roll-
roll that or should?
You should probably roll that, Maha.
I would say Maha, you would roll
Okay.
the 2d8s, please.
All right, I'll roll this one for Lonnie first. So this is your extra hit points. You have an extra 8. And this is for Rory. You have an extra 7.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna roll myself an extra 1. Just because I care about myself, and I guess I get a 7 with just
Nice.
1 die. That's not fair. But
you feel that you've made proper preparations.
Let me see if there's
You
anything I can
nuzzle
do.
your memories with you, and you slowly begin to close your eyes to
Oh.
dream.
I was actually hoping to. Oh, I can do this in the morning. That's fine.
What's on your mind?
I'll do it in the morning.
What do you want to do?
It's actually getting. No, it'll take a little bit too long.
You sure?
Honest.
Okay. With that being said, Roy, I'm gonna let you pick a number from 1 to 3.
2.
Lonnie, you get 1, and Maha, you get 3. You close your eyes, and sleep comes quick. It's been a long day, and tomorrow we head out to the Underdark. Roy, you close your eyes. Ronan already cuddled up next to you. Smells like home. He always seems to smell like some type of fruit, oddly enough. He always seems to have something on him. And you see yourself sitting on what seems to be a little grassy hill. And you're eating a peach. And you look to the side and you see a home. You see a young tabaxi woman and a young tabaxi male seeming to go and cook and prepare something on the outside, smiling with each other, laughing. Just kind of there, seeming to enjoy themselves as they're there. And you see the young male walk up and he goes to go get some water.
Does it look like number
And you
one?
see it.
What about Lucius?
No, actually, they look like if they're yellow little tabbies. And all of a sudden, you see it. You see the female drop. The male turns, and as the male turns, his eyes go wide. And he screams out a name that you can't hear as he starts running to her. And then you see him drop. And you see a child coming out of the home. You don't hear their voice, but you can read their lips. Mama, Papa. And in the far out of the grass, you see someone stand up. Leather armor clad, black fur. And they begin to walk up to the child. You see another person, another leather armor clad person,
Another same
another,
race.
another. All the same race. And as they begin to walk up, you see yourself looking through the eyes of the child. You notice oddly there are no cuts. There's no speed here. There's something different about this memory. This memory seems pure, untouched. And you see them looking up, and you see one standing, looking at the child, smile on his face. You see another one walk up to him. What do you want done with the child? Looks at him. Looks at the kid. See him walk up to the child. Little Eric. It's good to see you. You can feel the breathing of the child now, his chest expanding as he starts to get very scared. What's wrong? Oh. You seem nervous. Why are you nervous? Grabs him by the back of his head and he pulls him in close. You gonna cry? Is that it? Because we saw mommy and daddy die. And you see Eric lash out. He claws at one's chest and it hits. And then you feel one's elbow slam into the center of his face. And you can hear the other numbers talking. Is that one's sister?
I in my other vision that I saw, she was human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wanted to make
And
sure.
you hear it. Yep. And you hear it. Is that one sister? And you hear the other. He's a sick fuck. You see, he grabs Eric and he flings him. Take the kid. And he walks up to the two bodies. 22 years it took. 22 years before I could get this close. And he leans down and he whispers in her ear, I want you to know that I'm gonna take your boy. I'm gonna make him into a fucking monster. You did this. You get this for forgetting about me and leaving me in that hole to rot. And I'll make sure that I fuck him up in such a way that he will know up from down, sideways to this way. And in death, you won't be able to do anything. And he smiles. And for a moment, you feel a happiness inside you that is disgusting.
In me or
In you.
so now?
And you see yourself looking through one's eyes as he goes deep into the catacombs. Deep, deep into the catacombs.
Where is the catacombs?
And he's whistling.
Where is the catacombs in relation to the house?
You're not sure. Now, at that very moment, the memory ends. And for the first time, you feel that you have seen unadulterated, untouched memory.
So
And for the first time,
if
you
I'm
begin to realize that may be real.
if I'm having untouched memory, there's a lot of jumping around with this being untouched.
Just towards the end
So that was
is where you jump to another location. And that's it.
okay.
Oh, okay, so it's all one thing and then it's jumped. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You see it from other eyes,
Oh, I understood that.
but in that moment, you begin to realize, wait a second, this memory is complete. This is a complete memory. And you just hear, goodbye, Catherine. Goodbye.
Oh, he said her name. I was wondering if that was actually her name or not.
Now, what did I see in the catacombs?
That's where the memory ends.
May I ask, is this the Underdark?
She would have to explain it to you, but it seems that it was someplace very, very deep.
But
There
what?
was very, very little light.
But I got a glimpse of what? I got a glimpse of the catacombs. What did I see in there?
You know what?
So I know Rory's
Glass.
probably never been to the Underdark, so she might
You
not know what she's
saw
looking at.
glass. You saw shiny reflective surfaces as if though you could see your own face in it. And right towards the end, you just see one smiling back at himself. And you begin to realize as you wake up in that moment, this may have been a memory that he revisited from time to time, just to put a smile on his
Yeah.
face.
That's why
And with that, we say good night. And thank you for following us into this brand new series of events. And I'm so glad that you did not blow up the tube. But you learned your lessons. Good on you. And now you begin to realize 22 years ago, just for that moment, one was free. And then he wasn't. Thank you so much for following. And thank you so much for spending the evening with us. We are so thankful that you made it through, and we're so thankful that we're here to go and do this with you. I look forward to seeing you again next Thursday. And hopefully we'll have Wilbur back with us, and we will be having the conclusion of trials soon, and we'll actually go and have some players here, and it's going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. A lot happened today, so I would definitely go and say, just in case, take a moment and rewatch and re-listen. But it seems that all that fakery, all that nonsense that was happening before seems to finally be going away. Thank you, everyone, and have an excellent night. Wash your hands. Be safe. We love you. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.